Hello everyone, this is Meltman of Gaming Philosophy, and welcome back to Dark Shadows. As you may know if you've been a regular of this stream, we're playing basically a tabletop game, but we're doing it online. The tabletop game that we're doing is Monster of the Week. The keeper and or host of this game is Emerald Crossfire, also known as Emmie. I play Casey, which is a mundane for now, but he's changing. Basically having no special powers, what have you. And I will let the other players at the digital table go ahead and introduce themselves. Elysium, you want to go?
Sure. I am Xandor. I'm one of the seven. Um, basically, I was sent down from the heavens to protect Casey over there. And if I don't, then I get to stay as a mortal because I'm in exile.
Ooh, I didn't know that part.
Yes.
Alright, I'll go up next. My character is Felix, and I am the spooky. I do all the really creepy things, like talk to you in your mind, or make bad things happen. And see all the spooky things that no one else can see.
And sometimes see things before they happen.
Indeed.
Most of the time, see things before they happen.
But, like Melt, there might be some changes in the near future.
Ooh. Corporeal, would you like to go?
Hello, I'm Toaster Chan, and I play Corporeal, who is being played as the Monstrous. I'm a ghost. Who, as far as she knows, kind of just poofed into existence as a ghost, and is hanging out with the team because they can see her and she likes having company.
And we also provide really tasty bread.
Very, very tasty bread.
And also cold pizza.
And one of them bought me a cookie once.
Hey Wayne Wild, welcome to the stream. So we last left off dealing with griffins, where some of the griffins became griffins, rocks. Sorry.
Yes, they were rocks that looked very much similar to griffins because I could not find proper imageries for them. So, yes, that had happened last time.
Mm-hmm.
But we're going to skip over a little bit of time here and there. We're going to go about a good 2 weeks or so. Yeah.
2 weeks or so into the future.
2 weeks or so into the future. Would everyone love to, one by one, as I call you guys out, explain to me what your characters have kind of been doing inside the span of time that has passed? Casey, would you like to tell me? Your life has become busy. It's become from normal to just busy.
Okay, so because I found out recently that I am apparently maybe one of the last descendants of my family line, and there's this huge kind of magical mansion of spookiness that apparently no one has laid claim to of my family line. I didn't know that I was, a descendant of them. But since the mansion has kind of been abandoned, I'm going to spend some of my downtime when I'm not needed at the Museum of History, which is kind of my day job, basically going through trying to clean up things and anything that I'm not sure about, bringing to just to help me understand what is this and what should I do with it. Because of course she knows better than me about a lot of this magic stuff. I'm new to this. And the last thing I want to do is find some amulet that's going to release some freaking elder god. Oh god. Yeah, well, there's a reason why, I have an ability called, let's see, where is it? Oops. That I can trigger at any moment. Stumble across something important.
Would you like to trigger that now?
Not yet. We'll get there. I'm sure I'll oops at least once while I'm cleaning out the mansion at some point. But I will want to go ahead and get, a nice parlor. Occasionally, I will be inviting over Charlotte, Karen, and Miss Lewison because they are individuals that, through my charms, I have somewhat made friends of, and they are considered allies to me due to gameplay. Even the what was it? Bone collector?
Skull dealer.
Skull dealer. I keep on going ahead and calling him other things.
Karoth the skull dealer.
Yes,
Please
Karoth.
do write that somewhere inside your notes.
I thought I
For you to
did.
remember that.
I'm kind of picturing like a
there
big
it
old
is.
sleepover with a movie, popcorn, the pillow fights, that kind of thing.
Oh, God.
It's more like tea because tea keeps everything civilized.
Yes, and Karoth tends to like tea much more. He likes the most bitter tea possible, though.
I'll stick to my Earl Grey.
I don't know what the most bitter tea possible is other than sage. And I don't think Karoth would like sage.
Considering it's an herb for purifying.
Yeah, and he's not the purest of souls
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah. I just don't expect to have Scarlet, Karen, Miss Lewison, and Karoth all over for tea at the same time. It might get awkward.
I'm
Yeah.
picturing them having a harem type tug of war with you.
Oh God, no! Please not.
He charmed me first! No.
Oh,
No.
ladies, let's all get
I'm
along.
joking.
So as you can tell, my character's turned into a little bit of a flirt, as he seems to be wooing multiple women. But he keeps things friendly, and let's leave it at that. So having a place of my own, I'm going to take some time, invite a few of them over, have a cup of tea, ask them for any advice that they could give me, because I didn't know the magic world existed until recently, and now I found out that my family descends from a long lineage of people that don't have magical power, but tend to get involved with magic for one reason or another. And I've got to go ahead and protect myself from this stuff now that I know it's out there. And I will be seeking the owner of the historical museum. Jess, I'll be seeking her advice probably more than anyone else's. So I'd probably invite her over for tea at some point too, but there are times where I probably tried to approach her to invite her over, and either from like the conversation maybe turning awkward or it just not being the right time and she's really busy, I haven't gotten around to it as often as I've done with other people that I know I feel comfortable with, because my character likes them and is okay with flirting with them because he doesn't mean anything with it. It's the playful, hey, let's just hang out kind of flirting. With Jess, if he were to try to flirt with her, it's going to mean something different there, because he likes Jess. She's one of the few people in the town that gave him a chance when everyone thought he was just nothing. So there's a little more investment there. If that makes sense. And I'm sorry that I'm talking your ear off as to what I was doing, but I think that... Does that make sense for what he'd be doing over the next couple of weeks?
That does make sense. Do you know the color scheme that she used for the scarf that she gave you?
Oh, yes. I don't think that the viewers know anything about the scarf or any of that yet. So do you want to bring them up to speed on that? Because I think that that's probably a key thing that they would probably want to know.
Oh, I thought you had mentioned the scarf.
No, I hadn't mentioned anything regarding special training or
Okay.
the scarf or anything like that yet. That you can cover that if you'd like to, Em.
Oh, all right, all right. Well, I would like to say that throughout you cleaning up your old ancestral mansion that you should assumably inherit, probably.
Okay, I'm gonna stop you right there. I have Joseph in live chat, and he asterisked this in live chat, waiting for the magical girl curse to go into effect on Melt's character.
There's no magical girl curse.
Not yet. Not yet. If I go
But-
ahead and do anything with
Calf.
Karath, if I do anything with Karath, a lot of his magical items have consequences, so
Yes.
we'll see. But
A lot of Karoth's magical items do have very big consequences that everyone should definitely probably avoid.
I have not gotten cursed with magical girl abilities yet.
Not yet. Key word here is yet.
Captain.
I do have a picture right if you ever do, though.
I already have a picture of this. I have picture proof of this. I've posted it several times before. But yes. Anyhow, I'm gonna say throughout, like, helping you out and having everyone else who is really nice to you, such as Mrs. Lewison and the Scarlet Twins, help you out a bit. By the way, the Scarlet Twins have been using a lot of magic just to tidy up the place, and then they stay for like 5 minutes for tea, crumpets, and have the brooms and all the dustpans move on their own in the background.
Hmm.
Yeah, it's like the Sleeping Beauty scene where everything's cleaning up itself. That's what the Scarlet Twins do for each room.
Well, that's so sweet of them. I definitely go ahead and see if I can do something special for them as exchange for doing that. I mean, if there's anything they need help with that I could help with, just let me know. And Captain, please tell me, and I'm warning everybody in advance, unless you want to have to eye bleach later, turn away from your screens now. But Captain, is this the magical girl you're thinking of?
You would still have the beard, is what I was getting at.
Oh, okay.
Oh God, what? No. Oh, wow.
Get off the screen right now!
What
Yeah,
is
please.
that? Oh my god, stop.
I was in the middle of, like, explaining things!
Like the one I sent was tame in comparison to that one. Jesus.
I'm in the middle of explaining things here, and I'm also sick!
Yeah, M's a little under the weather, so we're gonna try to keep our shenanigans to a minimum. Oh my God. Okay,
No,
okay.
No,
This
no.
one,
Do it.
you can blame
No.
Cap for this one. This is not a magical girl of any normal proportion. This is a magical girl lumberjack. There you go.
I'm
With
angry-
tattoos.
The beard
I'm
good
angry
well
with you
enough.
all.
What-
Okay,
What did I do?
we're done with the magical girl shit, okay?
Okay.
Put that away now!
Okay, we will not subject the stream or M to any more magical girl outfits.
Just, we can have live chat constantly talk about the magical girls all they want, but you guys, I need you to be focused here just a little bit, please.
Okay, so what that translates to is if you have magical girl pics that you think Casey, like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Casey, would look good as, you could submit them into fan art on the Discord and we will look at them later.
Or even theories of what will happen in the Discord.
Yeah,
Does that mean
that's it.
Casey's hockey mask would have blush stickers on it?
Okay, enough.
Oh god.
Okay, we're dropping it. We're dropping
You
it
guys are
here.
having a little bit too much fun with this.
Okay.
Bring it all in, please. Thank you. Okay. So Casey,
Mm. Yes.
I'm assuming that on the days that Jessica does help you out, she does kind of get more interested in you, like, oh, he's found out about like all of this magical stuff
Mm-hmm.
that, and he's found out about the skull dealer, how his family had originally done that sort of stuff.
Yeah. And
Well, Casey, do you have any questions about magic or anything? Do you want to try and develop your own, maybe?
I do want to go ahead and develop my own magic if I can, but knowing that what my family has done in the past by using others to be a source of magic for them, and it doesn't exactly feel ethical or safe. If that, you get what I'm saying there, I kind of like to, as much as I can, rely on myself. So, is there a way that I could maybe develop my, maybe not borrow my magic from an entity, but maybe from items? Like, I mean, I have no problem using my, of using Black Betty or the fire rod that I have, which is an ice bat and a fire rod thing.
I mean,
I think-
Casey, your family did definitely have a bit of a struggle finding their own magic, which is why they originally went to that. But unlike the rest of your ancestry, I do think you can actually properly develop your own set of skills if you try hard. I mean, I am a spellcaster of my own. I could teach you a bit of magic if you want.
That would be good. Also, I think that, especially if it would come to defending myself, because if it's out there, it's kind of like if you only practice hand-to-hand defense, and then you were going into a war zone where everybody was going to be using firearms, but you're going to be bringing a staff. You're going to not be able to defend yourself appropriately. So I think it'd probably be smart that I develop my own skills and talents. But before we go in too deep to that, what I think, something that I might need you to help me look into is this gold and emerald necklace. I found it in the Rockwell Manor, and it's I get the feeling that it's got to be important. I was thinking of opening that old leather book and maybe cross-referencing and see if it's in the book. But I figured I should probably ask you first.
Oh, that piece of jewelry. I would suggest, before looking into the book about it, going over to the Scarlet Twins and seeing what magical properties might hold within it. I don't know too much about the enchantments.
So,
The telemarketer called me.
Do not mind.
hey, at least we don't have the Mythbusters policy. Every time a phone call went off while they were in the middle of recording, that person owed the entire crew a case of beer.
Ugh.
Because they would have to redo the take, and that means everybody would have to stay later. So afterwards, you're treating the crew to a beer. So literally, when
That's it, Zandora. You're treating us to donuts.
And
I mean-
I'm not doing anything.
you could have put it on silent.
I'm
All I said
joking.
was sorry. A
I'm
telemarketer called.
I'm joking. Joking. Calm down. Take
We're
it
just
down.
teasing.
We love you, buddy. We love you. It's okay.
But it's okay. I've had my alarm and phone call.
Onward to the game.
Yes,
Okay. All right. So, well, yeah, I could talk to them about the enchantments, but with how you reacted, I'm assuming that there's some history behind this necklace.
There's a good portion of history behind that, and personally, for me, I would rather have it be in your hands than anyone else's.
Kind of cryptic, but I'm sure that if it was something you felt I needed to know, you would tell me.
Yes!
Okay then.
I'm picturing Jessica just cracking up for the record, by the way.
Yes, this is the thing that I wanted. I have been listening to you this whole time.
I will definitely talk with the Scarlet Twins about the necklace. I think I have them over for tea tomorrow. They've been helping me clean up the manor quite a bit.
Knowing how they work, they're most likely gonna want you to just come to the shop with the rest of the team.
Okay.
Okay. Well, she gets up. Have a good day. Bye.
And then she goes to
Walking
crack up
out.
somewhere.
Oh, wait. Hold up. I forgot to give you this. She pulls out a tiny present, all wrapped up.
Thanks. Did I miss a special date or something? I mean, thanks. I guess. Should I open it now or?
I mean, I would recommend you opening it now.
Okay.
It's not really any special occasion, really, other than it's the 1-year anniversary of you getting fired from your old job and coming to work at the museum.
I'm not sure how I'd feel about that, honestly.
He's thinking to himself, that's kind of bittersweet. I mean, I started working with her at the museum, which was the sweet part. Getting fired from my old job for underperforming because I thought people were using performance-enhancing drugs on my team, and I was wanting to look into it. That kind of hurts. Okay, so push that confusing emotion aside, and I'll open the packaging to see what it is.
It is a very well knitted scarf with golden lined thread to it.
So golden thread, like kind of infused in it?
It's like shimmering golden thread that has been like it's definitely very well designed to the point where it has these little circles, triangles. It uses all sorts of different shapes within the design of this, and it seems to be very well done, well kept, and it looks very soft and amazing. It even feels extremely warm to the touch.
He's going to be looking at it, he's like, oh, this is lovely. Oh, I've heard of this. I've heard of these before. This is where you go ahead and purposely put, like, gold or silver thread through an object, because then it naturally kills bacteria.
Sure, Casey.
Let's go with that. I'm kidding.
Let's go with that.
Completely mundane assumption. Completely mundane assumption, showing that he may know that magic exists, but he's still not quite connecting the dots of why there would be intricate designs in a scarf.
Casey, just promise me this one thing. And she grabs your hands and kind of cups one of your hands within her own.
Oh my.
Please, whenever you go out fighting, just always wear this.
Okay. So is this like a good luck charm or something?
Yes.
If it makes you happy, Jess, sure. I'll make sure to always bring it with me.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm gonna go now.
Okay.
So awkward.
Be awkward.
She gets up,
Listen.
turns around, and Casey, in one of the mirrors that is kind of facing you, and she doesn't realize that there's a mirror to her left, but she is blushing as she turns away and walks out.
Ooh. Casey sees that and he's like, oh. Damn. I should do something. I should say something. Jess?
Yes.
Shit, what do I say? Thank you. It means a lot to me. I appreciate it. I'll catch you at the museum later, okay?
Okay.
Damn it. Shit.
Damn it.
And I'll be paying all of you for your hard work later. Bye.
Anytime.
You hear the door slam.
I so screwed that up.
Okay.
Yeah, you think?
I'm picturing Xandor like quietly walking
No,
up
Xandor's
after
not
this.
even there. This is just me.
No, Xandor teleports in, having heard everything.
But Sandora, I thought you questioned if there was a wardrobe by them.
I did.
Okay, there is a wardrobe by them. Just letting you know that.
I swear, you lions, witches, and wardrobes.
So, Casey, you feel something crawl up your leg and jump onto your shoulder, and it is Kroshneer, the lemur that I have.
We kind of
you
did something with
named
the
it
lemur before.
Croshier? Oh yeah, I did a little bit of tease with the lemur last
He looks at a
episode.
further tease.
I do not have any fruit for you.
I gave the lemur apples.
And then
gave it
Felix
apple.
made one float above Casey's
I gave
head.
apples.
I have no fruit
I made
for
him
you.
steal an apple from the safe house kitchen, and then he popped up and appeared on Casey's head, just to try and get another apple that Felix had illusionaried into existence.
Yeah. So Casey be looking at the lemur on his shoulder like, I have no fruit for you. What do you want?
He shakes his head no and points to a glowing wardrobe.
I should go open it?
So Xandor, is this also what you were doing throughout these 2 weeks that have gone by as well?
They don't know yet.
Okay,
Yes, that's exactly what I've been doing.
cool.
Did you just slip the DM a message under the table? I think he just slipped the DM a message under the table on us.
Okay, go on.
I
he's
pointed to the
vigorously-
wardrobe and said to the monkey,
Vigorously pointing to the wardrobe.
Okay, calm down. I will go ahead and walk up to the wardrobe and stepping off the side of the wardrobe, reaching out and just flipping the latch and opening the door.
And Xandora steps down.
Okay.
Thank you, mortal.
Could you have opened it on your own, or did you have to send the monkey to go and tell me to do it? I mean, lemur.
Call my lemur a monkey.
Your lemur. Sorry.
It's disgraceful to my pet.
Sure. Sorry.
You must be.
Oh, wow.
I heard everything of that conversation.
What conversation?
Awkward.
What conversation?
What
Dude!
Thanks.
Seriously! Eavesdropping!
I mean, I can't really go anywhere else other than the wardrobe.
Wait, question. I've had guests over, and I've been cleaning this place up this whole time. Have you been listening into every conversation I've been having?
No, I just arrived, you dumb.
Mortal.
Yeah, I didn't know if I should put the mortal in that one. Shut up.
What have you been doing this time? All this time? You've been, like either meditating or what have you, or.
No, they called me back. They wanted to have court. I
Court.
completed half of my task.
Wait, what?
Well, a fourth, but yeah.
A fourth of my task.
There you go.
So, wait, what? I'm confused. Your task was to.
It's always confusing to mortals.
Okay, so does that mean that you've protected me from a fourth of the danger that I'm supposed to be subjected to? That they felt
I'm telling you, I completed 1/4 of my tasks. Protecting you is one.
Oh, okay, so you have a number of different tasks. Only a portion of that is protecting me.
Yes.
Okay. I was like, if that's only 1/4 of the danger, if we could just hurry up through, me surviving through the other 3/4 of it, and then I'm just safe after that, I'll be a happy man. You be so cryptic with me. What am I supposed to do?
Not ask questions.
But then, how would I know anything?
Who said you had to know anything?
I don't know about you, but there was this cartoon show I liked to watch as a kid, where it said knowing is half the battle.
Touch your face.
G.I. Joe. And considering life seems to be a battle on a daily occurrence for me these days, I would kind of.
For me.
So I'm assuming.
This is out of character. Melt, if you can tell that he does not care about your well-being right now.
Oh no, that's not getting missed. That's not getting missed at all. But honestly, in the past, protecting me has seemed somewhat of a nuisance to him in the beginning. So I'm not seeing this as a big character change here.
This is honestly very wonderful character development, though.
So, since you just showed up in time to eavesdrop on me and Jess's wonderful conversation skills, I'm assuming you had a reason for showing up.
I was told to roll that.
Thank you.
Oh, hey.
Mixed success, I think.
Just continue your conversation.
Okay. So, repeat the last thing that you were saying. Sorry.
Considering you showed up in time to listen in on me and Jess's wonderful conversation, assuming you had a reason for being here?
I have to finish my tasks.
I'm also picturing Zandora kind of mentioning something like, "You're so not getting laid."
That is exactly what he's thinking right now, though.
Why does it always have to be about getting laid? Why can't it be about the journey, damn it?
Don't stop believing.
Hang on to that sweet feeling. Sorry. Terrible singing aside. Grand Theft Auto 5 online gaming. Hi, welcome to the stream. Shenanigans will ensue. So you have other tasks to do is why you're here. Okay, and those would be...
Why do I need to tell you?
Okay then, I'm just gonna go about my day then. Let me know if you need help with anything. Is this one of those things where if you actually filled me in a little bit, my head would just explode?
He just doesn't want anybody else to know.
Sneaky,
He
sneaky.
could tell you, he just doesn't want to.
Yeah, I think it's that kind of option here. So, as that conversation ends and you two go about your day, and Zandora just... I don't know what Zandora would be doing inside the house.
You mean the library or whatever?
No, he's in the mansion right now.
Yeah.
With Casey.
I mean, I'm
Pretty
assuming...
sure you find a good place to meditate.
Okay, cool.
I wonder if Zandora noticed anything from last go around.
I don't think he really cares either.
Oh, good. Felix is still alive then.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Wait, I forgot. What did Felix do?
Go ahead and remind Emmie in a message, and then, you know, it might be important if Zandora walks past any mirrors.
Oh. Oh no.
Apparently, I gotta walk by a mirror.
I'm not going to give you any more of a hint than that. You weren't here and you didn't watch the live stream, apparently.
Obviously. I was sick that day.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you're
Oh,
feeling
yeah,
better,
that's
by the way.
Oh no. Oh yeah, that's right. Okay. Thank you, babe.
I remember. I was involved, but I remember him discussing it with M.
I'm a bit curious if Casey was trying not to crack up there.
You know, that's kind of partially why I didn't push any further for the information, because he couldn't hold a straight face much longer.
Good job. Good job. Good job.
So is he gonna walk past any reflective surfaces on his path to meditate?
I'm gonna say for that, please roll your sharp.
Because keep in mind, he just got back from court, so when he showed up at court, he would be looking like that, right?
Oh
Yes.
god.
Yes, he would be looking like that. Please roll your sharp, sweetheart.
Me?
Yes.
Oh,
You.
okay. Alright. It was bad?
That's a
Oh.
mixed success.
I'm gonna say that you caught a glimpse of it while walking by one of the mirrors, but you had to take a double take and then scramble backwards, look directly into the mirror. And what is your reaction to this?
I don't even know what I'm reacting to.
You need to
You're
tell him,
reacting
man.
to a mustache.
Drawn on.
A mustache
Oh.
is drawn on the upper lip of your lip.
Well, I wish I would have known this before, so I could have came up with a reaction.
Sorry.
So, I guess he's mad, but also annoyed at mortals.
Stupid mortals. How they test.
Nothing has changed here.
They tempt me so with their lives.
Also, no admiration for the balls taken to do this, huh?
No. He's just annoyed and mad.
And now he's gonna meditate even harder.
Angry meditation.
Angry meditation. Is that like angry exercising? Is it more effective?
I don't think it is.
Because I hear angercising is a better workout overall. It helps you deal with the anger and put more energy into the workout. But I don't think it works that well with anger meditation. What would I mean? I know it's called angercising when you angry exercise, but is there a term for angry meditation?
That probably I
Aggressive
don't know.
meditation.
Either way, Felix, what have you been doing in your like 2 weeks of having some downtime?
Most obviously, Felix by this point has finally gotten the parts in for his motorbike, and that's currently been fixed up.
Yeah.
So his motorcycle's back up and running. He has also, not with knife in hand, obviously, but confronted his aunt about the memory of this, the knife there, and what he remembers from it. She was very evasive about this. Wasn't sure if you wanted to try and act this out or something like that.
I'm gonna say that's all you acting it out because.
Oh God, I have to do both voices.
Well, I mean, at the moment, like, do you want me to try and control the situation a bit? Because, like, you know what? Yeah. I will take part in this. But let's act this out a bit. So you confront her, and
So, Auntie, I just remembered something fairly recently.
Yes.
Do you remember a phone call late one night from my mother? Where were they?
I didn't want you to find out like this. I didn't think this was a good time at all.
What about now?
I guess now is a better time than any. You're old enough. They were here in the city.
In the city, not in town here.
It used to be quite a large city.
They were here, and you didn't tell me this when I was a kid.
They were busy doing other, more dangerous things, Felix. I can't lose you.
But still, they couldn't have stopped by to see me.
They were busy.
Well, if that's that. What about that knife you were holding? What was that?
Felix, I don't have time for this. I'm gonna go and get ready for work.
When do you ever have time for me? Felix is gonna basically kind of ticked off at this whole situation, just kind of stomp off after that.
Ouch!
Ow!
Oh.
Ugh.
Please stop. That is my ears, madam.
Oh.
Sandor was in the middle of meditating, and then there was a disturbance in the force.
Thankfully, it wasn't a planet getting destroyed.
So Felix is going to be more than a little incensed about this, that he can't seem to find anything out directly, asking his aunt. So he's going to do something a little risky here. He is going to use illusion magic to make himself invisible. And then he's going to visit the library.
Oh!
Well, that's a clever use of that skill.
So, gonna roll weird here.
To see how strong and how long.
Ooh.
Oh, shit.
Well then.
Very strong. It'll last until you dismiss it. And it goes around your entire body. That is a gnat. So wait, are you going to the library or are you going to the museum?
He's going to go basically look at Jessica's computer.
While she's away talking to KC.
Yep.
So she's-
Okay.
Oh.
Here we go.
Let's just hope she doesn't have any warding spells on that computer because you might be in trouble, mate.
So you go down into the safe house, and the only other people that you see are, in fact, Corporeal sitting on the couch next
Eating
to
crumpets.
the keyboard. Next to the keyboard, eating crumpets. Is she drinking any tea with those crumpets?
Yes, she is, actually.
Okay.
Hey, Felix, would you like some tea?
No, she doesn't see Felix.
Oh, that's
No.
right. Felix is invisible.
Yeah.
No one can see Felix. As far as everything else, I believe Felix's footprints can be seen if there is dust or any... Like, he can leave footprints, and he can leave sound behind him, but other than that, nothing really very much of anything else.
Should I roll
so,
something as he enters the room?
to notice if the door opened and closed, I would
Yeah.
love for you to roll your sharps then.
It
Oh,
would
this is great.
literally have to be Corporeal Sharp versus Felix's invisibility score, right?
Yes, it would be. And that invisibility score is pretty dang high, isn't it?
Oh, God.
I have a -1 in my chart.
So,
Oh!
that is a fail.
Oh,
Corporeal,
Yes.
you don't see or hear shit. You are too busy eating.
That is a
crumpets.
really
Watch
good
your
crumpet.
It is really, really good.
They
You're-
must
you're
have
eating-
used like a little extra butter in baking it because it's so
Yes.
creamy and
Or
They even
melts
used-
on your tongue.
They even used a little bit of almonds as well with the crumpet. They mashed up the
butter.
almonds.
or it's just corporeal. Just
Oh, so good.
Corporeal's Cookie Monster impression. Crumpet!
I'm even going to say that Corporeal, you are so delighted by this crumpet that you decide to
Go and buy some more.
go and buy some more at Brews and Books, specifically.
Does Corporeal mark experience for this?
Yes, Corporeal, please mark your experience for that, because...
It was such a good crumpet, I got experience for it.
Yes!
oh my god.
The crumpet of experience.
It was such a good crumpet that you got experience from it. The crumpet even has the markings of EX.
And I even found a picture of the what that crumpet how it was devoured.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yeah,
Yes.
pretty accurate.
Pretty accurate. Corporeal, the crumpet monster. Yes.
All the crumpet.
Yes, good job. But by the way, the EXP would be in green flavoring, so lime, and the rest of the crumpet would be vanilla.
Delightful.
It's
A
like
vanilla,
Ecto-Cooler, kind of.
lime,
Crumpet.
butter,
Yes.
almond crumpet.
Yes. It's. Yeah. Go ahead.
That
You
is
can
some flavors
judge
that
me.
will dance across your tongue.
You can judge me all you want. Someone can make that happen, and someone can make it delicious. Anyhow,
So, really quickly, did you guys get experience in the last stream?
I think so, yeah.
I think
Mhm.
Casey mostly did. My character didn't think failed once.
Yeah.
I'm not talking about failing stuff.
Oh, you're talking about the questions at the end?
No,
No.
like everybody in a whole got experience for doing a certain thing. Something that would affect me as well.
Well, I mean, you did get drawn on, and you managed to stay asleep through it.
We'll
I
give
think
you
that was-
experience.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
experience mortals a
don't want
bit more.
Sleeping through, getting a mustache drawn on your face. I
Guys,
mean, meditating through.
Elysium, what are you trying to ask here exactly?
Was there experience given to the whole group that affects Xandora? Because I just want to get this out of the way.
I don't
Like-
think so.
I'm not quite understanding the question, but I
Alright, let's just move on. Dear God.
don't think that there was any. That
He's
could
asking, is
affect.
there any global experience that would have been handed out that Xandora didn't get marked on his character while he was away?
Well, I mean, that would be the questions at the end of the session. And
That would only apply to people that participated in the session, right? So
Right.
the simple answer is, unfortunately, no.
okay.
God. Why did it take so long?
I'm sorry.
We're
I
still
didn't quite understand the question, and
Keep
it is
in
still
mind-
like
Emmie's still a little sick, so she
Yes.
might not have caught on to what you were trying to get at.
okay, cool. Corporeal, you're
Yes.
just gonna go on off, and I would like for Felix to roll his act under pressure, which is cool, and I would like for Corporeal
Big
to
success.
just continue to walk. So let's see.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Okay, this is gonna be fun. Corporeal.
Yes.
Well, hold up. Felix, as Corporeal is walking out, she seems to be walking directly into your way, and you attempt to dodge out of the way of her, but you end up accidentally tripping her on the very first step of the stairs to the outside of the house.
Wait, because she's eating a crumpet right now, that means she's in human form, so she's literally going to fall down the stairs unless she can catch herself, right?
Yeah.
Isn't there like a banister railing I could potentially catch?
Yeah,
Yes.
Act under pressure.
Please roll your cool, Corporeal.
Oh, where'd my sheet go? There it is. Oh, hey, that's a little bit better. Okay, I must be doing something wrong because it's a +1 on that.
Did you enter a plus on your roll?
I think
I-
he did because it says 6 + 1 + 1 + 1
I
+
see
1.
that.
You double plus,
Yeah.
which is gonna go ahead and screw up your roll. You need to not put the plus.
Aha!
There you
There
go.
you go. Okay.
Yeah. Don't
On 11,
don't
you
put
let
symbols in
that
there.
out.
Let it do its own thing.
Okay. So, Corporeal, are you reaching out to grab one of the railings on the sides or something,
Oh yeah.
and to try and catch yourself? You
Yep.
do so, and you're a little bit confused as to
Very
why
much so.
you decided to, as to why your feet decided to trip on the very first step of the stairs.
Did I notice that I had tripped on something, or?
It looks like Spicy Enchilada was wondering what game this was, so...
Yeah, thank you for covering that in the live chat, Captain. I appreciate that. I didn't want to interrupt the dialogue going between M and
Yes.
Chan.
Sorry.
No.
So, I do think you do know, you did notice a little bit of like, hey, why did I trip? I wasn't, there's nothing around here. Am I becoming more human? Is this what's happening right now? I think that's your
Flexy
questions.
humans.
Clumsy humans.
Hey, you're new to having feet. Tripping over them should be an interesting experience.
It's great that I have an influence on other people.
Clumsy mortals.
Besides that, it is going to be safer to go and retrieve more crumpets, not in human form, and takes off the rein and walks into town.
Okay.
Grab crumpets, hold tightly, go to ghost form, and fly off.
Flying crumpets.
Good.
At which point, I can see Corporeal trying to phase through a wall holding the crumpets. She goes through no problem. The crumpets don't make it with her.
Yeah, that's
Yes.
pretty much how her past experience as a ghost has been. She's never really had to eat before. So there's that. Felix, you're laying on the floor a little bit now because she tripped you as well as you tripping her.
Oh, damn.
But you're still invisible, mind you.
Well, she's okay. Felix is going to kind of poke his head out and see what happened there, and he's going to kind of watch her turn into a ghost and fly off.
Okay.
He's going to breathe a sigh of relief, and then he's going to continue.
Okay. You get over to the keyboard system, which by the way is wireless. Beautiful, beautiful keyboard system. Okay.
Why wireless? It's so unreliable if the batteries die.
You also notice that this keyboard, strangely enough, does not need batteries.
Ho ho ho!
Magic. Ain't gotta explain nothing.
Magic! Beautiful, beautiful magic. Anyhow, so are you gonna sit on the couch and just sort of think around and try and open up the computer?
Felix is probably going to remain standing because sitting on the couch means there's going to be a nice little butt depression. And
Ooh, think ahead.
So sitting on the floor then, or just standing? Okay.
standing.
Standing. Gotcha. As you're standing, you do notice that the keyboard hovers in front of you, so you don't have to hold it. And the computer starts up as soon as you press the spacebar to a lock screen. Password required.
Oof.
Okay, Felix is going to try Casey.
Password denied.
Ouch.
While I am appreciating that it's not that simple, at the same time, somewhere Casey's heart gets stabbed with a little tiny pin. I'm not important enough to be her lock screen password.
Okay, Felix is actually going to look around for like a sticky note with anything on it.
Ooh.
Do you want me to roll sharp for this, or?
Is just
What are you gonna do again?
He's checking around the area for like sticky notes with any kind of possible password on it, because some people do that.
Yeah, I mean, there are so many different passwords you have to remember these days that people sometimes, after having to change a password 2 or 3 times, just give up on trying to memorize it and just write it down on a sticky note and put it in a place where they don't think anyone's going to see it. Sometimes the password...
Okay.
So he's hoping that's the case with Jess, too.
Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna say this is gonna be, since you're looking around, it's gonna be read a bad situation.
You sure?
So it's gonna be sharp.
Wait, charm?
Sharp.
Oh, sorry.
Sharp. Sharp. Sharp.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay then.
He getting all them good rolls.
Yeah, when we get
That is one away from a double perfect roll. I'm just gonna say.
You may ask the keeper any question you want about the situation, not just the listed ones.
Okay, is there a password located anywhere?
There is a password hint located underneath it. It pops up as soon as you had got the first time wrong. This seems to be a Windows 7 computer.
Oh boy, my computer.
Hashtag not sponsored by Windows.
Even though we're all basically using Windows.
Well, you know, no one had to know that. I mean, this is a browser-based game. I mean, someone could be on a Mac.
Okay. Enough
Attack.
Mr. Technical talk. So the password hint is password 1234.
Oh my god.
Okay, Felix is gonna try this.
And it works.
What?
What?
I instantly lose so much respect for Jess if that's her password.
Jess is the overseer of all of the magic within the area, as well as the mythical creatures, and she chooses that as her password.
Keep in mind, this is not actually Jessica's computer. This is actually Commander J's computer.
Oh, okay.
He's the one that set it
Of
up.
course.
He's
I-
the one that set up the whole computer.
I'm gonna see a Cheetos wallpaper, aren't I?
You see a Doritos wallpaper.
Okay.
You see MLG Pro, 360
Okay.
no scope, all of the memes combined into one.
Yep. All of the icons are the icons they should look like, but they have different. They've been all renamed.
Felix is going to change the wallpaper to a magical girl one because the meme one is burning his eye holes.
Oh god. And I'm pretty sure we from past experiences we know which magical girls he might pick.
And then he's going to, Felix is going to start searching up anything related to his parents.
You are going to search up the files of your parents. So, let's see. You look around for about 3 minutes through all sorts of different files, such as picture files of different memes and cats, and for some reason, Commander J has a bunch of tabs open that are just of YouTube videos of cats.
Kitty.
You know, I'm a fan of cats myself, but this is going a little too far.
And then some of them are turtles as well.
My turtles. Why is that one wearing a bandana?
Oh god. Okay. So after about 3 minutes of looking around and whatnot, Felix, you find case files. Classified case files. Right on the desktop, actually. You're surprised you didn't find it before. Probably because of the wallpaper, but, You find-
Security to obscurity.
You find classified case files of all of the team's current and past members.
Well, that's convenient. Felix is going to pull out a thumb drive and just quietly copy this over.
Upon quietly copying this over, you find a case file named Michael Stevenson. Am I pronouncing that correctly?
Sounds about right.
Stevenson, yeah, that sounds right.
Stevenson, okay. Michael Stevenson, male. 6 feet tall, brown hair, brown eyes, and rough looking most of the days. quiet sort. His photo picture pops up, and you see some similarities to the dead body that you guys had found in the woods. You remember that night where you first found the rock? Yeah.
Felix doesn't quite recall that, but something, it starts nigging at him, basically.
Yes.
Niggling at him.
Other than that, you find the case files of both of your parents, actually.
What's the mother's?
MIA.
No name or anything, huh? No pictures?
She does have a picture. It's just like, it says, like, that she's missing in action. And, like, you can still open up the file, so you see the picture and all that. What would you say her description is again, Felix?
A very pale, very slight blonde woman. Very regal looking. And Felix actually remembers the name named Ivana. Her name is Ivana Svartkat.
Ivana Svartkat. That's Felix's last name, Svartkat. It says that she was a spellcaster. And
A very powerful ice mage, looks like.
yes, very powerful ice mage. And it says a little bit more other than missing in action, actually.
Looks like it also mentions something about a university for mages back in Sweden.
Yes. What else would that case file hold and mention?
Just past missions, certain effectivenesses of her magic, and resistances,
Yes.
successes, and that kind of information.
Right at the very bottom, after you read her bio and everything, it does give a little bit more detail to the missing in action. It gives a address and a little bit of a coordinates.
Felix is definitely going to take note of that.
I don't know if you would really recognize this address.
He's not personally, he's just writing it down, so he might actually go and check it out later.
Okay.
So he's just basically, even though he has a copy over, just writing it down.
Mm-hmm. You do notice that it is, it says that it is a church, because it says the church of, and then blah blah blah.
An abandoned church, huh? We'll have to see what happened there.
So yeah, there's that. Let's see, it has details on Greg as well, and how he has kind of been the more muscle of the group rather than anything else. It has a bit more details on KC and you specifically as well, and how you and KC are from the bloodlines of the Rose Rock contract.
I didn't know that.
Felix,
Jesse, you have some explaining to do.
you apparently have the Rosewood bloodline inside you.
Looks like I'm getting that bloodline from my father.
Yes. And Casey has the Rockwell bloodline. Did I say the last names correctly? I think I did.
No, you did great.
Rose Rocks, Rockwells.
Yeah, no,
Rosewood,
you got it.
Rockwells, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The snickering you heard was not because of your pronunciation. It's because of stuff that I've been doing this whole time.
Oh
Ah,
boy.
okay, cool. Thanks. Lovely. Beautiful.
Have you been posting stuff up in the chat? Yes, he has. Oh gosh.
Hey, he's been hacking this whole time. I've been finding hacker GIF references and been kind of slipping them in every once in a while, changing it up. Just giving myself something
Okay,
to entertain myself with.
Okay. 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 Cool.
You have good taste, I'll give you that.
Okay, thank
Good,
you.
good job. Good job. Good job, I suppose.
Okay, so getting back into character. Also, Greg, buddy, pal, why haven't you gone after Safe yet? He's kind of reading his case file a bit, and it mentions that Safe apparently has a crush on him. That
Oh,
was like
God
really
dang it.
obvious.
It's like a really, really obvious crush that Safe, this dire
That
werewolf.
Greg is not paying attention to.
This dire werewolf that keeps following Greg every occasional while on each mission is really smitten for him.
Also, it looks like that was the same wolf that was chasing me in Corporeal the one
Yes,
time.
it does have case files on Safe as well. Thank you, Felix.
I think at this point, though, Felix is going to start hearing like footsteps coming back, so he's going to
Yes.
quickly log out of the computer, pull the hard or thumb drive, and try and get out of there.
Alright. I would like for you to roll your cool, because you're acting under pressure right now.
Yeah, you potato.
Oh crap!
Oh.
Oh.
I'd say he drops the USB drop.
No, that's
Or
basically
his,
he's going to get caught, I think.
either that
Also
or he
marking
triggered.
Here's what's gonna go down. Okay. Okay, lovelies. Here's what's gonna go down.
Ooh.
I'm listening.
Felix, you do in fact drop the hard drive, but as you're going to pick it back up, you hear the footsteps getting louder and louder. And then, are you gonna try and make the thumb drive invisible or put it in your invisible pocket?
Felix is going to snap it up and put it in his pocket because he does not want a chance to fry the thumb drive by turning it invisible.
Okay, cool. So, as you do that, you see that the person that was coming down the stairs was in fact Safe. The dire werewolf that you literally just read about. She seems to have caught a glimpse of the thumb drive, and by the way, I'm gonna describe Safe here for those of you who do not know the description all that very well. She is a 5'2", yellowed-eyed, red head with kind of wolf tufts of ear that poke out on her hair. And I can see that Casey is looking for some sort of thing that'll match that description, correct?
Oh. I mean, I found a lot of red-headed werewolves, but not something... Oh, well, that might work. Here we go. This is not exactly too accurate, but it works for an anime reference, kind of, but it just might be off in a lot of ways. There you go.
I'll see that in a moment. Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much her. Except for she's not wearing pink. She's, just full forest green for her outfit, in a military-ish. She looks in Felix's direction and says, "Okay, kid, come on." Uncover yourself. Come on, I know it's you.
Felix is not going to, in fact, uncover himself.
Look, I can smell you from a mile away. Come on.
Felix is going to pull out a smoke bomb and toss it on the ground.
Felix, I swear to God, your father did not make me, vow to save you from dangerous situations. So come on.
Felix is actually going to break out telepathy.
Okay, what's he gonna
Oh
say?
shit.
Yes, what's he gonna say? Come on.
Not going to say anything. He's going to try and read her mind, basically.
Okay. Here's what's going on through her mind right now. Gosh,
It was a failure, hun.
I know it's a failure. Here's what's going down. Also, babe, please mark your experience for both the cool and also the weird. Thank you. Anyhow,
You started out so strong.
what you can tell through this attempt of reading her mind is only feelings of anger and frustration. Like, okay, this kid's getting quite annoying now. Can he please stop?
Does Felix notice anything about Greg?
You got a 6. That's a no.
You said feelings, so...
I said you're getting her current feelings right now. You're not reading her mind, you're reading her feelings, which is pretty dang different. Because you already can tell that she's mad.
Okay, so Felix is also going to try Jinx here.
Oh, God. Oh, God, Felix.
Let's see how... Oh, there we go.
Okay, let me look at this again. Jinx.
Put that Archer reference away.
Okay. I'm just trying to look at it from, Felix's perspective. What would he be...
How about a Teen Titan reference?
Oh.
How about that? Just kidding.
No.
I went with Doctor Who.
Leave
That's
alone.
Doctor Who's safer, right?
Yes.
Anyhow. So, okay, you get a hold.
Why does
Okay.
that Doctor Who look like he's trying to hold back a nut?
You get a hold too. Okay, baby.
Wow.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm going to interfere with what a monster minion or bystander is trying to do.
Okay, so you're
And-
interfering with what Safe is trying to do, which is catch you, which she should have already been able to catch you, by the way.
No, she was ticked off until the smoke bomb came up, and that kind of confused the sense of smell thing.
Just a little bit, yes. And what's the second thing?
Let's see. Interfere with a hunter, giving them -1 forward.
Oh.
Safe is not a hunter. She's
I can't think of anything else there, except for maybe the target loses something.
Do you want her to lose something?
You wanted to lose you, mate.
Exactly. I want her to lose Felix.
Okay, so therefore you're interfering with what she is trying to do,
Which is find and catch Felix.
which is find and catch Felix. And she's going to lose you, and also she's going to lose a bracelet.
Uh-oh.
From her left wrist.
What? Can you describe what was in this room, by the way?
You mean other than a
Room?
couch, sort of a living space, some stairs going upward to the doorway?
Was there any, like, coat racks or anything hanging on the ceiling?
I mean, there was a coat rack, yes.
We'll say the coat rack falls over and interrupts her search. It's still
Yes.
covered in coats.
Yes, she's now buried under coats, and she, upon doing so, upon the coat rack falling on top of her, she loses her bracelet on the floor and is struggling to get out of the coats.
Well,
While
this is
Felix,
going on. Yeah, Felix is gonna beat feet out of there.
yes, while Felix runs the heck away. Felix, as you're running out of the room, you hear a quite a large growl.
Dude, when she sees you next, she's gonna tear you a new one.
Felix is gonna run faster.
So
What do we do
where's
so
Felix
large
gonna
predators
run?
don't chase us? We run faster. No! No!
Felix is gonna get on his motorcycle and take off.
Felix, before you get on your motorcycle, I do want to interrupt you there and say that Oriel is coming back. Are you still invisible?
Yes, I have not dismissed it yet.
Does that make your bicycle go invisible, or is Corporeal about
It's a
to
self-driving bicycle now.
Felix, I think you forget one thing about Corporeal. She's a vengeful spirit that does not like...
Oh crap.
She doesn't like werewolves. She has a pure hate and anger for werewolves.
Felix is going to remember this. Grit his teeth
actually-
and go, why did you show up now?
Is he
What?
already driving off?
No, Felix notices Corporeal. We're at that point. We're halting there for the moment.
I halted him in his steps before he got on the bike.
Can my lemur pop up?
On the bike?
No, just pop up in front of Corporeal.
Okay.
And he's just shaking his hand to stop.
Corporeal looks down and hands him a crump and go, "You want this?"
He's shaking his head no and pointing back to go away.
Felix is going to use telepathy again. And he's going to say to Corporeal, hey, you want to come over to my place and share crumpets?
Yeah, sounds like a good idea, but your motorcycle's here.
I know. I'm right beside you. You're not the only one that can turn invisible too, you know.
That is so cool! Where are
Shall we
you?
go then? He's going to grab Corporeal's arm there.
The
It
question
doesn't phase her, she's used to invisible things.
You guys see the lemur just like do that. The arm just wipes his sweat off.
Oh god.
the question is, can they get out of there before the werewolves show up?
Yeah, Felix is going to like yank Corporeal to the bike and then start it up as quickly as he can and get out of there.
Please tell me they're gonna head over to the Bruisin' Books.
Yeah, they're fine. They'll head over to Bruisin' Books.
Thank you.
Also, I'd like to point out, Corporeal is still invisible, so essentially crumpets are driving the motorcycle.
Oh god, this is the best thing ever.
I cannot find a gift for a self-driving
There's two-
motorcycle.
There's
I'm
two
sorry,
floating
I
helmets. There's two floating helmets, crumpets, and is the lemur following them?
Yes.
A lemur on the back of...
Please tell me it has a basket for the lemur to be in.
It does have a basket for the lemur to be in.
You know how like little kids throw their arms up in roller coaster rides? That's what the lemur's doing.
Oh my gosh.
Now,
Okay.
there is going to be that one cop that this one day he's having a rough day and he just took a swig out of his hidden stash of whiskey that was in his uniform and then see that.
KC. By the way, as you're walking to the museum to try and catch up with Jessica, you see this. You see this sight go by you. You see the cop across the street, who has taken a swig of his quote-unquote coffee, next to his partner, who is eating a donut. Who is eating a donut, and they both just freeze, stop doing what they're doing, look at their donut and also their coffee, and then throw them onto the ground.
Oh, okay. Question: do I recognize the bike?
You do.
No, you need to roll sharp because what time is this occurring? We didn't establish that. Is this? I was picturing this whole thing at night, basically.
No, this isn't at night.
This
okay,
is middle of the day.
I did forget to say that it is the middle of the day.
Okay, yeah, then no need to roll sharp.
I'm literally going to shout at the officers. They're putting robots in everything these days. Do I need to roll my charm?
I do.
I'm trying to maintain that magic doesn't exist.
Roll your charm.
I'm trying to do my job as...
Please roll your charm.
As someone that's supposed to make sure that people don't realize magic's a real thing.
Yes.
Oh!
Yes.
Ah!
KC, mark your experience.
The one time my charm fails me,
Yes.
it fails me twice over. They in no way believe that that was a robot that was making that bike move.
No, they do not.
They'll probably convinced that I either know something about how it was really moving, or that I am just as lost in the situation as them.
They look at each other, look back at you, and say, "You're gonna come with us now."
What'd I do?
'Cause I feel like you have something to do with this.
Do with
Mr.
what?
Funny guy who has a remote control bicycle with weird floating things on it. Ha ha, good prank. Come here, funny guy.
Oh, shoot.
It's like the most randomest thing to see.
Yep.
Right down the street.
You
in a basket.
Dang
the
cops, you
motorcycle.
caught me. It was all a prank for that YouTube video. I'm so sorry. Please, I'll go ahead and come along peacefully.
They handcuff you.
Why would they cuff him if he's coming willingly? That's only for restraining, you know...
Baby, please don't put logic into my storyline.
She's
I
having...
love you. Let me have my fun.
I am so thinking to myself, Casey's thinking to himself right now, Felix, you goddamn owe me for this.
And they start putting you into the back of their vehicle, but then Mrs. Lewison comes along and says, "Oh, officers, what's going on?"
Oh, it's a simple misunderstanding. Don't worry, I'll be fine. It was just a silly prank, and it got a little out of hand. No one was hurt, though, which is, of course, the important thing, right, officers? Do I need to roll charisma again?
Please roll your charm.
Oh boy.
Don't fail me a second time.
Oh!
Oh!
Booyah!
Critical.
Wonderful.
That was so close to a nat 12. Oh my god.
Casey, you see the cops blink a few times as like pink sparkles come off of their eyes. Oh, hey, yeah, I'm sorry, man. Here, let me uncuff. They uncuff you.
Oh my god.
I didn't do that. I didn't do that.
I didn't do that.
look over at Miss Lewison.
Well, come on, dearie. I think you have other business to do over at Brews and Books, maybe? About
Oh,
the
really?
you know what?
The next time we have tea, we need to talk about some things, I think. But yes, I do have to go.
Ah, okay. Yes, I will be awaiting your arrival.
Okay.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my god, it's like the phone call in real life.
Now Casey is understanding that he has had pleasant talks with her multiple times in the past, but she's a mundane as far as he knows. She was just a sweet old lady that he had charmed in the past. But she did a spell on the cops.
I did mention this before that she is an orc.
Yeah, but a magical orc? An orc spellcaster. Isn't that a combo?
That's awesome, actually.
Yeah, because, you know, if you go ahead and say, oh, there must be a spellcaster nearby, we'll just get up close to them and we'll take them out. And then you find out, here's the spellcaster, it's this orc, and they have a club, and you made the biggest mistake thinking they would be an easy target up close and personal because they were a spellcaster. Or the reverse is true. Oh, look, it's a big dumb orc. We'll just go ahead and outthink it.
To quote Harry Dresden, "The yahoos I scrap with don't ever seem to expect me punching them in the face."
Yep. Anyhow,
Subverting stereotypes, 101.
knowing that Zendora is most likely done doing what he has been doing, or shall we act upon that current thing that I said that I DM'd you a while back ago?
Yeah, we should act on that.
Okay, cool. So, Zandora, do you remember that one spot that had the dead body in the woods?
Not so much. It was... You're talking about something that happened like months ago.
That was like
Yes.
first campaign.
That was
Yep.
first campaign. That was actually approximately 2 months ago from now. You are going to be wandering in the woods. I would say roll your sharp
Okay.
to...
Why am I getting bad rolls?
I do not
Oh,
know.
hey, you can use luck, by the way, to make that a nat.
You
Yeah,
you can decide to use luck on that if you
There
want.
is negative effects to using luck, though, apparently, but I use it a lot.
Well, if you use it up, you're officially out of luck and you can't really regenerate it.
Yes, and a lot of bad things can happen.
You have
Basically,
to...
if you get in a situation where you will absolutely die, you will have no way of getting out of it.
Yes.
Yeah, your luck can only be regained, as far as I know, by using a level to regenerate it. So-
That's only for certain classes, too. Like, the spooky does
That-
not have any way.
Yeah, that is for certain classes.
Ooh.
Yes.
Well, I'm not
So,
gonna use my luck.
okay. So then marketing experience. There's Andorra. It takes you a few hours. By the way, when you were informed of this, you had come back in the morning and listened in on Casey's and Jessica's wonderful conversation.
Yeah, that's a wonderful piece of art.
Yes, that wonderful, wonderful conversation.
My life as the rom-com.
Anyhow, so now it is the afternoon, and you think you found the spot exactly, and as you step into the pathway a little bit more, you do actually notice there are bloodstains. A trail. There's a big trail of bloodstains leading to a certain part of the forest that you guys seem to have overlooked last time you were there.
Okay.
Are you gonna follow the blood trail?
Yeah. He kind of looks at it and like squints, like, I don't know if I should go down that way. Like he's trying to play it out in his mind if it's gonna be a bad situation if he goes. But he decides to go anyways. Okay. What do
Roll your sharp
I,
for reading a bad situation. That's a
What the-
6.
Oh, last time I rolled tough on accident, but doesn't really matter. They both have a +2.
Mark experience.
Again.
Yeah. You can't seem to get a good judgment on whether or not it's a good idea to, in fact, go in alone without the rest of your team, that is. So I'm gonna say Zandora just decides to double back and mentally...
Hold on.
Eh? What?
Oh, I think you might be getting DM'd.
Or either that someone popped in the room and is chatting to him and he's muted himself. Which is
Most
entirely
likely.
possible.
We should find that shark music for any time that we have to read a bad situation.
Dun.
Okay,
Oh,
well,
if it...
Might get copyrighted for that.
Yeah, I
Sorry,
would
you
say
guys
in that...
could've kept going. I was just muted because my brother won.
okay. So you get the sense that it's not really too good of an idea to go in alone, and that you should get the rest of your team with you.
Oh, okay. So, I walked there, right?
You did.
Or did I meditate and astral plane that crap?
I'm gonna say that since the trial, they did decide to give you a little bit of your powers back.
So, are you saying I get astral plane powers?
Yes, you get astral plane powers. As in, you get to teleport, basically. Yeah?
Quote unquote teleport, I can send my astral form to a certain position. I can't mess with anything.
Okay, yeah.
Let's try and nerf that a little bit, Emmie.
Okay, cool.
So
Yeah.
I come back from meditation. I guess I look around the mansion for Casey, and I'm pretty sure I don't find him because he's doing the thing with the cops.
He's in the middle of doing the thing with the cops. And
The charge you're looking for is in another castle.
Does Zandora like want to ever go to the Brews and Books or something else like that?
He doesn't really care much
No?
for buildings and stuff like that, as long as he keeps Casey.
Buildings. So overrated.
As long as he keeps Casey safe.
That's the whole reason why he's there.
He gets
That's one
the
of his
sense
tasks.
that Casey is in a little bit of trouble. Because he is currently dealing with the cops. He gets the sense that Casey is in a bit of trouble.
Can my lemur poof up?
Your lemur can poof up.
He poofs, and he points in the direction of where Casey is. So Zandora starts heading in that direction. He doesn't quite run, but he's walking, kind of like a jog.
Okay.
Walking with
Now-
purpose.
And now everyone is heading over towards the Bruise and Books, and I'm gonna say that everyone's like there currently.
I do have a question for the keeper.
Hmm.
Will a rather miffed werewolf be tracking someone to Bruise and Books as well? By scent.
Felix is
Well-
actually going to dash off in the woods at first and kind of zip around.
Yeah, that's probably a Felix idea right there.
A Felix idea.
Maybe drive
Felix
through a
is
stream.
overcautious.
Yes. He's probably gonna drive through a bit of the woods that he normally goes to, which is all of it, most of the time.
He knows a spot where he knows how to ditch supernatural trackers.
For the most part, at least, yes.
It's an old silver mine.
Oh,
Mm.
Ah, great. One of the old silver mines, as well as another, right next to another mine, which was the jewel mine.
Oh boy.
Anywho, but yeah, ultimately we'll get to the bookstore.
I'm just glad it wasn't a salt mine.
Felix knows better.
So I'm assuming that if with him having to take that detour, I probably make it to Bruise and Books before him.
What?
Okay. Considering he has to take a detour to possibly lose his tracker, I'm assuming I get to Bruise and Books before him.
Yes.
So we're gonna do Casey first.
So yes, Casey, you walk into Bruise and Books. You do notice that the book club is once again there, because they meet every Saturday.
I'll go ahead and give them a friendly wave.
You see that, let me pull up the page here for a sec. You see that Emerald and Danny are both there, but not Jax Rogers.
Okay.
You kind of liked Jax Rogers because he was part of your baseball team, by the way. Yeah, he's not there currently. Let's see. Charlotte, the red-hatted witch, comes up to you and says, "Oh, nice to see you. How's it going? Are you in for any more potions?"
Well, possibly, but I actually need to get something appraised.
Oh. Oh, okay. Here, let's get you into the private room.
Oh my.
The VIP room, remember?
Really quick.
Yeah.
No, not
Wink,
that
wink,
one.
nudge, nudge.
You dirty-minded people! Come on, man! Remember?
Well, Casey did kind of win him over.
Look, he's won him over as friends, not as lovers.
I do not have a harem as much as other people want to hint at that. I just have a lot of really good friends.
They are
Okay?
friends. They are not anything more or anything else like that. Okay, so she brings you up to the actual, like, room that you guys first were shopping in. And she says, "Karen! He's here for you!" Kind of angered a little bit. So she walks off, and our little navy blue witch hat.
Charlotte, tea later, right?
Yeah, sure.
I think I ticked her off.
She's a little ticked still, but she's still gonna make the tea for you.
Aw.
The little 5'2" blue navy blue hatted witch comes up to you. "You wanted to see me?"
Well, you know how I was cleaning out the manor, right?
Yeah.
While I had you guys there, I was meaning for you to take a look at something. but I completely spaced it. And that's when I would go ahead and open up my bag and pull out the golden emerald necklace.
Oh, this is a beautiful piece.
It just seemed to go a little bit cryptic on me and said that I should, instead of having her tell me the history of the piece, bring it to you lovely ladies to appraise it for me so I know its purpose.
Well, it does give off quite the magical aura around it. Like, what would you... what exactly are you looking for?
Well, as it looks like it seemed to be something important and it was in the Rockwell Manor, and I'm trying to find out as much about my family as well as, since I'm trying to learn more about the mystical realms, I want to know any information about the piece that you can glean, and did it serve any sort of metaphysical purpose? Was it used as any sort of tool, device, key for a spell? I'm sorry, I'm kind of at my loss here. So anything that you can give me, that would be just absolutely fantastic. Please.
Well, judging by only looks, I can say that this amulet has some deflective magic connected to it.
Okay. So,
Which,
kind of like a protective item?
yeah.
Okay.
It would probably give the wearer at least +2 armor.
I think that's something you just say to people.
Yeah. That's more like... It has a minor protection spell on it would probably have been the best way, and then tell them to pull it out of character.
You can do it on your game. This is my game.
Okay.
She is a super old magical being. She probably knows the inner fine workings of DNA and whatnot.
Okay. Sure. Immersion broken.
So Karen Scarlet also says this. It did belong to one of your ancestors, and he was definitely a very powerful person. He actually, unlike the rest of your family, used his own magic rather than borrowing someone else's.
So this would not have been an item that he'd gotten from someone like the Skull Collector.
No, he would not have gotten it from the skull dealer. I have to disenchant and discurse half of his stuff that we get in order to make sure that it works properly. That guy does not know how to put proper... I'll stop.
Question. And this is more towards you, Emmie, than in character. When cleaning up the manor, did those glasses of the Weirding Way, were they still left in the manor?
No.
They were gone.
They were poofed.
They were poofed. Okay, good.
They were poofed into dust.
Okay.
Dust poof.
They were very lovely glasses, but yeah.
So there's a nice glass-shaped dust pile on the couch.
Yeah.
No, not anymore. 'Cause
We
someone
cleaned the
cleaned
place.
it.
Yeah.
Most likely Karen cleaned it.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. All right. What else that I need to go ahead and cover? I'm trying to remember as the player, not as the character being forgetful, but me personally as being forgetful, because I think there was something else that I was supposed to cover. So there would be no downside to me using this, right?
Not as far as I can tell. It would cost a bit of money in order to, per se, have me investigate it a bit more.
Okay, well, you guys have done so much for me in the past. I wouldn't mind paying. What do you feel is a fair price?
By the way, since I am just assuming that all of you have cellular devices connected to your bank accounts in-game, I'm going to say that each one of you get a notification that your accounts have just been filled with $2,000.
Ooh.
$1 billion.
So please mark that in
Don't ever do that again, Meld.
Please.
Just giving you go.
Yes, just please mark
Cranks of
that.
your mouth. The pinky to the cranks of your mouth.
Hey, come on
Please
now.
mark that in your money.
Yes, exactly. I have recorded the amount, so...
Because if you don't keep track of your money, I won't. Just saying here.
It's in other gear. I added...
Good.
Hey, that toxic gamer, welcome back, bud. So, I was talking with Karen about price and what she felt was fair. I mean, I feel it's only right that I do pay her for some of her services, considering how both her and Charlotte have been such a great help lately. Do I need to go ahead and roll charisma to, compliment her in hopes that I will get a good price?
Oh, God.
I mean, or should I assume that she's going to give me the best price at all? Do I need to roll considering she considers me an ally?
Well, considering the fact that you two seem to be best buddies at this point of time, I think she's just going to give you a little bit of a discount.
Okay.
So, it would be wise to asking her how much money that would be.
I did ask.
Okay, cool.
So.
I'm gonna say that she says, for said investigation, I think it would be, well, also considering the fact that you are the one who has come to me about this, of all people, 500?
I'll look at her. And I'll go ahead and check the notification on my phone. You know what? Because we're friends. I know you have a lot of work on your plate. Because, I know that it takes some time to get in an investigation. Could I give you 600 and you bump me to the front of the line?
Oh.
So that way I get the information maybe a little sooner. Because I know that normally you go ahead and do things first come, first serve. But if this is something that's important to my heritage, I'd like to find out a little bit sooner rather than later. You understand why I would be asking for this and be willing to pay a little bit.
Yes, I understand completely. Don't worry, darling.
Okay.
I understand completely. I definitely will, take that, and I will do that right away. And I will make sure to notify you as soon as I am done deciphering.
Thank you so much, Karen.
We're gonna have those crumpets later, right?
Mm-hmm. Totally.
What's with crumpets?
It was a thing that friggin' Melt's character started, and now it's become a bit of a joke. in joke.
It is.
Well, it's just like the cold pizza.
Yeah. It's another. You know, you had to be here for the session kind of in joke that's developing with the game. I'm so sorry you were feeling under the weather and you missed out on that. It was.
Maybe Zandora should make an in joke.
I thought we did the mustache. I'm kidding.
I mean, he does technically still have the mustache on if he didn't like take it off while he was meditating.
I could just picture him meditating with it.
He took it off? Okay.
Yeah.
Good. What would Zandora though consider as a fair consequence to give who he thinks would have been responsible for the mustache?
Yeah.
Death.
Well, thankfully, if he thinks it's Casey and he's supposed to protect Casey, he can't kill Casey. So, but
who does Zandora think drew the mustache on him? Or does he not care too much?
It was a child, but I don't think he really cares very much.
Okay.
Okay.
Can you?
Wait. Hold up. I have one more question.
Okay.
Who does Zandora think is a child? Does he think everyone in this group is a child? Because he is the oldest?
I mean, he is millennium years old.
So are they children to him?
I guess you could say that, but he thinks Felix is the least mature.
Ah, okay.
He is a prime suspect, in other words, based on immaturity levels.
Can you let me know when the rest of us arrive? Because there's something I want to do.
Ooh,
So,
yes.
I was wanting to do this in the middle of Casey's conversation with Miss Karen Scarlett over here.
Mm-hmm.
So, Felix and Corporeal, you step into the Brews and Books, and as Casey had noticed, the book club is there. Are the both of you still invisible?
Felix, as soon as he got in town, dropped the invisibility, and he instructed Corporeal to put the ring back on.
Corporeal did it with a little bit of grumbling.
I'll get you a
Kept
bag of
muttering
crumpets
about-
if you do this for me.
Kept muttering about something about tripping.
Felix is keeping mum on the issue.
Ooh. Yes, let that guilt stew internally.
Felix is already full of
Yeah.
guilt. He can't feel anymore at this point.
So, as the both of you walk in, I'm assuming that Felix walks in first.
Sorry to
Felix-
drag you here, Corporeal. There was something I wanted to check before settling in for the evening.
Oh, you two are on my list. Right as I hear his voice.
Shoot.
You hear his voice from downstairs.
Oh, he's not in the same room. Okay.
He's not in the same room yet. You're in the private room upstairs,
Okay.
remember?
The private room.
I swear to God. I love you all. So yes, Felix, you do take notice that Emerald, Heartfelt, and Danny Sunstance are, in fact, the only two of the book club that are reading a new book called Ink Spell this time. You do take note that Jax Rogers is still not there.
Wasn't Jax Rogers around here?
Do you whisper that, or do you ask that?
He's just kind of muttering aloud.
Okay.
He's not really directing at anyone, he's just kind of talking to himself. Something he does a little too disturbingly often.
Oh. How nice.
Emerald is going to pipe up a little bit and say, yeah, I don't know why he's been missing so many of our book clubs. I think he might have lost interest.
That's a shame.
The book series is definitely interesting. I wouldn't mind sharing some thoughts about it with you, Felix, sometime or another. She's twiddling her thumbs a bit.
Sorry, not the time right now.
Okay, later. She
God,
goes back.
Felix is a little perturbed upon finding out certain things, so he's a little angry right now, so he might be a little abrupt.
Corporeal has wandered off to the counter during that encounter and picks up a cookie and then hands over the phone and goes, "Payment." And then just drops the phone on.
No, ma'am. This isn't how you auto phone pay. You need to just here.
Felix is going to politely grab the phone, set everything up, and just pay it for Corporeal.
Okay.
Without, he's not going to, once again with the whole anger thing, he's just going to do it really quickly and briskly, and then he's just going to hand the phone back over.
All right. That's, by the way, your friend's upstairs?
Felix is just going to nod.
I muffle thank you through the cookie. How much was the cookie?
$3. And it's the freshest cookie you have ever tasted. It's chocolate chip.
Ooh, is it like
she
the
goes back
gooey,
for more.
It was like the gooey chocolate chip?
It's the gooey chocolate chip that has the melting bits in it, too. So it's really warmish, and it's just the perfect homemade chocolate chip cookie that everyone adores.
She goes back and buys 4 more, but still doesn't understand the concept, so literally just left the phone on the counter and walks upstairs with the cookies.
Ma'am?
Felix will once again do the thing. No, actually, no. He's going to pull a $20 bill out of his wallet and just hand it to her. Keep the change.
She can literally just pay with her phone, but like all she has to do is scan it right here.
Felix kind of isn't. Felix grabs the phone, isn't paying attention, just throws the 20 at her and walks up the stairs.
Okay.
I feel so bad for this receptionist.
Felix is pretty much in no mood right now, so...
By the way, the receptionist was in fact, like, flippin' Charlotte. So yeah, you're being rude to her.
I found a good example of the cookie. Since I thought we needed a visual representation.
Yes. Good job on that visual representation there.
Oh my god.
Grandma's warm cookies.
Once we walk into the room, I give one to each of you, including the lemur.
The lemur's not there yet.
Oh wait, that's right. Sorry.
No, it was on the bike, wasn't it?
It
Xandor's
poofed.
still purposefully walking down the street towards your area.
Yes, Xandor is coming slowly. Instead of winter is coming, it's Xandora is coming.
Oh, God. Yeah, it's gonna be just it's gonna be just as devastating when he gets here as when winter shows. Oh boy. I will take I will take the cookie and I will look at it and I will look at them and I will say, I almost got arrested because of you two.
Oh, well, that was sweet of you.
Sorry about that.
Don't drive any sort of vehicle invisible ever again in the view of the cops.
Corporeal slowly raises her hand.
I had to convince them that it was a prank and it was remote controlled and it was all my fault in order to keep the illusion going.
She raises her hand higher.
Yes, Corporeal?
What about riding invisible as a passenger?
While Corporeal is doing this line of questioning, he's going to pass by Melt and walk up to one of the witches.
I'm assuming the one witch that Casey was talking to, which is Karen.
Yep. And then Felix
Okay.
is going to pull out the ritual knife that he found. So...
And then Charlotte comes bolting over as soon as you pull out the knife and says, "Is he back?"
Excuse me? Who?
Your father! Is he back? That's his knife!
What?
Yes, he was quite rude a few times, but oh my goodness, was he handsome.
This knife used to belong to my father.
Yes!
I didn't know you had family in town, Felix.
I don't.
Wait, what?
This was found in the mansion, remember, Casey?
So...
My aunt, at one point, when I was growing up, held the same knife.
Okay. In what manner? Did you see her, like, doing a ritual or something?
No. Look, I don't know my father. I've never met the guy. He's not back in town. I just happened to find this.
Okay.
What can you tell me about it? He turns away from Casey and is kind of talking to Scarlet.
You mean Karen?
Or
Karen Scarlet.
one of the witches, yes.
Yes.
They both have the same last name of Scarlet, so...
Charlotte Scarlet, Karen Scarlet. They're both Scarlet. That's why I keep calling them the Scarlet Twins. Either way, you turn to them, and the one that's most excited about it seems to be the one that's a little bit grumpy about it, too.
Felix also at this point has a, I guess would be described as kind of a blank look. It's very unsettling.
You see, Felix, that was his foci.
Is what now?
His foci for focusing all of his power and energy.
So you're saying my father was a magic user?
Yes, he was one of the best, actually. He was part of the last team that Jessica had.
Well, maybe we could ask...
Same as your mother.
Maybe we could ask Jess about them if you're interested in. Maybe...
Yeah, so she can shut me down like she has before.
I know the feeling, bud. I've asked certain questions and gotten the runaround, too.
Do you?
Not as something as specific as family, but close.
I've never met my parents. I've instead been raised by my aunt my whole life. She's hardly around. She has to work at the hospital. I've been alone for most of my life. The only one who's been there for me has been my cat, Spooky. So don't tell me you know what I mean.
Bud, you know I'm here to be your friend and help if I can, right?
Yeah, until you find your way out of here, same as everybody else.
What do you mean?
I did at one point in time have friends at school, but their families left. This place is dying. There's less and less people every year, it seems like.
This place is my home, Felix. I know you're in a dark place right now, but know that I'm not going to just up and disappear. If you want to get something off your chest, you can. I'm going to be here for you, bud.
Right.
Out of character. Of all the times to drop the bed command, right when we're getting emotionally deep, spicy enchilada, really? Really? I'll be right back, guys. Please talk amongst yourselves.
Spicy enchilada, please DM me on Discord. We need to talk.
We need to talk.
I love you. We need to talk later, though. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you, Spicy Enchilada, for breaking up the motion. Hey, Felix, you get strong depression.
I was going to say after this,
Crippling
he's
depression?
going to be. Yep.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Quickest
looks
bed
lovely.
fixing ever.
You got me. You got me.
It's just the timing. Oh my god.
I mean, the only thing worse is if I was in the middle of the 4th Survivor run in Resident Evil 2, would probably be the only time worse than right then. Which
By the way, I got a video. If you're ever gonna play that again, that might help you out. It helped me out.
I will definitely DM it to me later, bud. I'll look at it when I can, because
No worries.
oh my god, playing Hunk in that game is so impossible. Every time I get to the plant people, my head gets bitten off. Because I'm out of supplies at that point.
Oof.
Yeah. And Mr. X is not forgiving in the slightest. Anyways.
Out of curiosity, since there is a fallen god basically steaming his way on over down the street, do we sense that at all?
Does he give
What?
off
You think that they sense a god coming towards them?
No.
well, depends on how angry that or just pissed off that god
Not
is.
angry.
Well, right now, if you want me to describe Felix, his eyes have gone completely black, and there's like dark cracks forming around where his eye sockets are.
Oh,
Ooh.
how nice.
And you start to notice things like panels falling from the ceiling around him.
Can I roll my sharp? I have for investigation. I have something that I'm hoping to roll high enough to ask.
Oh boy, go ahead.
Oh, that's right. I'm not very sharp. How do you put the negative on it again?
You just put a -1 in the... No, it should automatically pick up the stat, shouldn't it?
Yeah, it should. All you have to do is click the little die next to sharp, and it should have everything in there.
Ignore the forward, don't put anything in that.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it
Let's see.
should modify it all on its own.
Eh.
Not sharp there. Sharp enough.
Hold on. Okay, now what? I'm currently DMing a person. Hold on.
Oh. Someone
Okay,
walked.
5. Oh, mark experience on that.
I like
so
how
what are-
the only reason I really level up is from really bad rolls.
Hey, at least you grow from your failures. You know, you learn more from failing than you do succeeding, anyways, in real life too. So hey, at least it works
That's
like
true. Also, I'm thinking there's a reason I might be a ghost.
That is definitely a very silver lining lore reason to go ahead and read into it. Yeah, I suppose.
So I'm guessing I don't notice anything peculiar.
No, you don't.
Shucks.
Okay, so would this be a good point where I read bad situation to see if I can go ahead and get Felix to calm down, or
Sure.
what would I roll for that again?
Well, actually, I think you would roll manipulate a person
So charm.
because you're trying to calm him down. You're trying to convince him to like chill.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to build a rapport with him and get him to settle down a bit so we could talk through the situation, and he is considerably getting more and more tipping on the edge, and I need to try to talk him down a little bit. So hopefully, you know. You know me. I'm your pal. Let's take a breather here and talk this through.
I've had enough talking. I'm leaving. This was significantly better with that role than what he was originally going to do, so leaving's probably going to be the best outcome here for that role.
Is Zandora there now?
I believe Zandora walked in.
Do they bump into each other?
Yeah.
Casey probably sees this from a distance and go, oh, shit. Yeah. Felix is about to go critical. Felix's recent graffiti situation. Zandor probably not being in the happiest spirit about that, and probably figuring out pretty easily who would have been responsible. It's kind of like we had a keg of, gunpowder, and someone thought, a match isn't good enough. Let's just drop a freaking oil lamp that's already lit on there and see what happens.
Speaking of that, as he walks in, Caporio goes up and goes, "Did you like the mustache?" and hands a cookie.
Do not wish to eat cookies right now. I must discuss things with you.
Oh,
With all
okay.
of us.
While he's talking, Felix is just going to walk by Zandora.
I need you to stay, young one. This requires everyone.
Felix is going to continue anyways, as if he didn't hear him.
Caporio goes and attempts to pick up Felix and just kind of carry him back into the building.
Before Corporeal can lay hands on him, Felix is going to snap his fingers and 2 pieces of ceiling are going to fall.
Is there going to be rolls happening here at some point?
I would love for you to, babe, please roll your weird. And,
I think in this state where Felix is at his most powerful, doesn't need to roll.
Right, that's right.
He is currently royally pissed off, and his powers are at their maximum.
I would need Caporeal to roll her tough.
Well,
yeah, basically, I'm rolling to see if I avoid all that seed, right?
Then you're sharp.
Tough and then sharp.
To see if you grab him, and to see if you get out of the way.
Alright, so, rolling my tough first. Whoa, okay.
So,
and
you don't
this is non-damaging. It's just supposed to, stop them from grabbing or anything or pursuing.
There's my sharp.
So mark experience for your tough. For your sharp, I'm gonna say you do kind of dodge out of the way, but your leg gets caught.
Ow.
And it's now pinned to the floor as you fall to the ground.
Oh.
Do I see this?
Yes, you do. All you see
I'm going to immediately charge to Corporeal's aid. Do I need to roll anything to go ahead and help her unpin her leg?
First, I need Corporeal to roll tough, and then I need you, KC, to roll cool. Don't take that to face value quite yet, or Corporeal. Casey, please roll it. There you. Thank you. Let's see.
Ha ha! Got not a single point in it. And the dice love me.
That puts Corporeal's tough up to 6, which is still pretty bad. So mark experience. Either way.
Oh my gosh.
Casey, you do. You're the one who puts all of your weight in on this, and you just lift this concrete slab of ceiling off of her.
After...
You know, the building maintenance here is really not that great. This place is literally just crumbling.
As you look outside, by this point, Felix is officially outside.
Okay.
You kind of notice that there's a dark aura around him, and he seems to be looking towards the sky as if screaming. And then Felix disappears in a flash of darkness.
Poof.
Out of character.
Mm-hmm.
I think I have solved what's going on, but I don't think Corporeal would really...
Would you like to share with the class what you think, or would you like to DM me what you think?
Yeah. I'll direct message you.
Thank you.
Oh my Jesus, Cap.
It's his keyboard.
Sorry, I'll mute it.
It's screaming out in agony at this point.
You're gonna mute your keyboard?
No, he can't mute his keyboard. He's just gonna mute himself.
That would be awesome, a mutable keyboard.
He's got that one mechanical keyboard that just like continues to clack each time. He got me the mechanical keyboard, but mine have the brown inserts in it, so it's not as loud.
The brown switches?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about switches when I bought my keyboard, so I bought mine with blue.
Yeah, and blues are... Yeah. Since we've established in the lore recently that we all have cell phones, I'm assuming that I would already have Jess's contact information.
Yes.
And I will be sending a message to Jess explaining what just happened in discreet as tones as I can via a text message to her, and that I am completely out of my depth how to help Felix as he is flipping out.
Oh.
So
Is
yeah.
the text message you get back from her?
Yeah,
Just
including the whole darkening in eyes and stepping outside and screaming and then disappearing.
It looked like he was screaming, but there was no sound coming out.
Yeah. Just... So, if we have any information about his folks that could help this all smooth over, it would maybe be helpful.
Okay, meet me back at the base is the text message. That is the next one that you get. Also, why is there a werewolf covered in trench coats on the floor?
No idea, but I'm betting
She sends you a picture.
Oh god.
Safe's hand is reaching out from a pile of clothes.
Hold on.
Just one arm is reaching out from the pile of clothes that buries her.
Hold on.
Oh, you're gonna find a picture of this, aren't you?
I really hope he finds a good, accurate one.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah, Shane.
Not gonna happen. You have her.
Oh, I am not liking the search results. looking for this. I went ahead and I put in Google search wolf buried under coats.
Uh-oh.
And what I am getting is a mixture of a wolf getting its coat shaved off at, I'm assuming, some sort of animal reserve, a wolf coming out of a lake, completely drenched, and a bunch of people wearing fur coats made out of wolf pelts.
Yeah, that's not cool. Also,
Yeah, I'm
let
not
me
a fan
try.
of real. I'm not a fan of real fur. I love the animals having their own fur. Personal opinion. I mean, you know, if you guys, if it was an animal that would die anyway, using every bit of the animal, I understand. But
I have found the perfect picture for this.
oh, send it.
I will. I've actually found 2 perfect pictures for this.
Okay.
So, I'm gonna send you the first one a lot better.
Okay. Anyways,
Any purr.
any purr.
By the way, who put the flower around the monster's head in the back?
Hi.
That would have been M.
Hello.
Why?
Because this is a plant and rock based monster. Come on, man.
So you just draw a flower head in black and do nothing else.
What?
She gave it a flowery mane
No,
of
man.
the Black Lotus variety.
Here, I can put something else here.
I have a feeling we're gonna start talking about black lung or something.
Oh.
That was a mining affliction.
So, okay. That buried in laundry is what that translates to me, that first one. Help me! Help me! That is when you've waited to do your laundry way too long.
Oh no! Stop! Stop! You're making it worse.
Oh god!
Em, stop! Stop! It's so bad now.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's kind of an upgrade. It was becoming a radioactive Godzilla monster.
Okay.
Meanwhile, back at the plot.
Yes, meanwhile, back at the plot. Yes. That is how safe looks inside the pile.
Yeah. Just a hand reaching out.
Just a hand.
My response to her statement, no clue, but maybe it could be tied into Felix wanting more information about his parents recently. Because that seemed to be his focus when he was here. Something about the ritual dagger belonging to his father.
She texts you back. We might have to wait and actually see what will come of this. I will host a meeting tomorrow about everything. So with that, I'm assuming that you all are not gonna buy any items from here,
Oh no, I purchased stuff.
Yep.
other than cookies.
Yeah, you know, Corporeal has a point there.
Other than cookies.
Well, Corporeal, while Casey was texting, had already wandered off down the street and is searching the city for Felix. So she's left the shop.
Okay.
I already spent money on investigating the necklace. Since I'm assuming Karen is busy with that, I am going to go ahead and talk to her sister real quick. Charlotte,
Yes?
seeing how things may be going awry, and I need to know more about these kinds of situations than I do, would there be any tomes on developing one's personal talents when it comes to the magical realm that you would recommend?
Any what?
Tomes, books, research material.
Well, I mean,
Magic for dummies?
I do have at least 2 spell books that I do not use. It's basic magic.
Okay.
You can practice it with your girlfriend Jessica.
At which point, I think he is actually going to turn a couple shades red and go, "My what?"
Oh, come on, honey. Has she not been, like, giving you subtle little hints at least?
He's going to be playing with the scarf that he's wearing, maybe. But do you really think I got a chance with her? I mean,
Honey, you have as much of a chance as anyone with her.
but every
She
time,
likes you.
but every time I get close, she kind of shuts me down, though.
She's afraid that she'll lose you. She's lost many partners beforehand.
All better that I go ahead and find a...
It's because of the way that the job works. If you die, you die. And it's really hard to get you back.
Well,
Yeah,
then.
it's not like Canada where if you die in Canada, you don't die in real life.
What?
What?
I'll find the picture later. It was a Google question saying, if you die in Canada, do you die in real life?
Okay.
You know, I want to go ahead and attribute this to both South Park and Kenny at this point. Because how many times has Kenny died?
Kenny.
You buggers! That's not the
Okay.
phrase, but we're gonna go with it. Back to the game, I'm gonna go and simply say, well, all the better that I learn.
I found it. I'll link it to you, Melt.
Okay, thank you, baby. Back to the game. Thank you. Back to the game
I
now.
can't really go ahead and blame him for interrupting because I've interrupted so many times. Anyways, all the better reason that I should learn ways to protect myself so that doesn't happen.
Yeah, that might be why she gave you that scarf, actually.
I thought she gave it to me because it's a good luck charm.
Oh, it's quite lucky.
Hey, Kat, welcome to the stream. What do you mean?
That's all I'm gonna say.
Why is everybody go ahead? All right. So there's something special about the scarf that's supposed to keep me safe. I'm gonna assume if you say nothing else, that's what it's for.
She says nothing else.
Thank you, Charlotte. You're a peach. You're dropping by later, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, just as a note, Corporeal is on her way to the hospital. I mean, Felix is going to see his aunt.
Ah, okay.
Okay.
So, oh, KC, Karen says,
Yes?
I also have noticed that you may have wanted a certain item that was sold previously, but you didn't get a chance to get it. I believe that is a wooden ring. I made it yellow this time.
Oh.
The
Yes.
wooden ring of mystery. The thing that I have.
But only yours is green.
Oh, really? Oh, sure. Refresh my memory. What was its use?
Random effects.
Very
Ones
random
on finger,
effects. Actually,
They're weird. There you go.
So it's basically the instead of the YouTube channel, the King of Random, it's the Ring of Random.
yes.
Oh, sure. I mean, I suppose that in the right situation, it might be helpful. How much did you want for it again?
Oh, I think that was about $200.
All right. Well, since you went through all that effort just for me, my character sheet's not. Okay. Let's see here.
Emmie, what the crap?
What?
It costed me $250.
Oh. Well, I mean, you didn't charm her.
You think a god is gonna charm a witch?
Hey, sometimes it pays to go ahead and play the mortal game, alright?
Well,
Deal with
he
it.
already hates witches from cheating death. Witches cheating him.
I don't know what to tell you. I play the mortal game better than the god, which definitely says a lot. Maybe the god's a little out of touch with how things are done down on. It's called negotiation.
I had originally forgotten what number I had given last time. Okay.
Okay, do you need to correct the price?
150. I mean.
Now you're lowering it again.
I'm serious. Don't start with me right now. My brain's not working correctly. Okay.
Xandora is over here. Xandora over here is like, this witch. This mortal witch has cheated me once, now twice.
I think we need to retcon this and roll it back a little bit.
It's 250.
250? Well, since you made it specially for me, I would not mind picking it up for 250.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
Quiet, peanut gallery, you're costing me money at this point.
Why don't you just shut up and buy it already?
I did, now stuff it, you...
Is Casey gonna put it on?
Oh my god.
Is
on.
Casey
And that's a
gonna put it
case of
on?
beer.
Is
Wait,
Casey... No. Hey, is Casey gonna put the ring on?
Oh no, he's gonna save it for special occasions.
She liked it, so she put a ring on it. Good to know.
Casey, I do want you to know, you particularly do not know whether or not this is actually magical.
Okay.
You just assume that it is a gift of a nice wooden ring with a nice
That you had to
inner
pay for.
yellow.
It's a gift I pay for.
Yes.
They're the best kinds of gifts. I would also just like to point out that the fallen god said, "Oh my god, not again." I think he is having a conference with the other one of the 7.
Ow. My entire throat. Ow.
You have a coffin fit there?
Laughing hurts.
Oh.
Okay, anyhow. Xandora, I heard you wanted to buy something.
Oh, he said BRB.
Oh, okay. Hey, Corporeal. I almost called you Toriel.
No.
Hey, Corporeal.
Yeah?
Need to buy anything?
Well, Corporeal's on the way to the hospital, but she does intend to go back and go shopping later.
Okay, cool. So you'll go back later. Cool. That's great.
Okay. I do have also one other thing.
Yes.
I pull out the cracked rock gem that I still had.
Oh.
I know that we had kept this because it had been proof of the rock that we were pursuing passing on. Is there any use for it besides that?
I mean, you can turn it into a nice gemstone on a very decorative piece of jewelry. That can most likely grant someone some very special and unique powers.
Well, you know how last time you went to the manor you met Blackie, right? Which is, of course, the name I'm giving to the obsidian rock.
Oh, your new pet. Yes.
Well, say if someone were, when Blackie's strong enough to ride him in certain situations, would the gemstone possibly be woven into some sort of harness that would possibly be tuned to make Blackie not easily noticeable by people that shouldn't see him? I'm not asking for like true invisibility, more like maybe something that simply inspires people to look away from his direction. He doesn't have to be invisible.
So,
Just people, when they are about to see him, they automatically find something else that's a little more interesting.
so you're wanting a divergent spell or a disguising spell to disguise your giant rock stone before you ride it.
I'm picturing him going for a disguise so it looked like a motorcycle.
A flying motorcycle may not work so well.
You know those pedal gliders?
Oh God.
One of those.
Yes.
Here's my thought process immediately. Okay, as soon as he said, like, was going down that thought process, I'm over here like, is he wanting me to disguise his gigantic rock bird thing as a horse?
A flying
Oh, God,
horse,
no,
probably.
Pegasus.
Yeah, a flying horse wouldn't work either. That's why I was going with it doesn't need to be invisible, it doesn't need to be disguised, it just needs to, if someone were to see it, they have to literally ignore what they just saw and find something else more interesting. So basically, it's more of a misdirect. Oh, it was like, oh, what's that black thing? Oh, it must have been a bunch of crows. Oh, wow, they have a sale 2-for-1 on sunglasses. You know, basically, it doesn't have to be that good of a disguise, just something that convinces them that they obviously saw something else, and then I want it to Jedi mind trick them. I don't know how to describe it, but if I'm riding a giant black onyx bird thing through town in an emergency situation, I don't want to risk freaking the normies out.
I can understand your concern about that.
Would this gem in a harness be guided in that direction?
I can try.
By the way, just throwing this out there, but Felix's bike is still there.
How much funding would be necessary to make the attempt more successful?
Probably about 3,000?
would it be okay if I gave you 1,000 up front, and then when I have paychecks put in, I give you 1,000 installments?
No, Mort.
Do I need to roll
Where she
charm on
lives.
that?
I would love for you to roll your charm.
Okay, and do I need to, because she's my ally, do I need to put a forward into that? Oh no.
Because she's your ally, I would say do a +2.
Oh snap! There goes that Casey charm.
Hey, oh, well, I only got that to a 10 because of the +2.
They'll do it for the reason you give them. If you ask too much, they'll tell you the minimum it will take for them to do it.
So,
Okay, well, Casey, I mean, it'll take a little while. I can put the price down to 2,000, and at least 3 gemstones
3.
of magical property.
Okay.
1 of water, 1 of fire, and 1 of electricity.
And the cracked rock gem is already included. I need to find those 3 gemstones on top of it.
Yes!
Fire, water, and electricity?
Yep.
You'd think since we're surrounded by a forest, it would be like Earth or something like that.
I don't know why they need things for this spell. I just go ahead and try to find them, I guess. Out of character. That's not what he just did.
No, he just did that in front of them, and they're over here like, I know where you live.
Yeah, no. It's like in the back of his head, like, where the am I supposed to find those? Is what he's thinking in the back of his head. Would you have any advice on where to come across such gems?
Well, there is that old mine. Oh, hun, don't lead him towards the mine. That's a death trap, and you know it.
Felix
It's a
went through there
death-
just fine.
It's a death trap, but if someone knows their way around it, then I believe he can. He should be more than capable enough to do it.
I find that I am becoming more capable to do things all the time. And that I need to do them more often. Because that's the only way I'm going to get better at doing them.
All right, so yeah, in that old mine.
Sounds like Casey's having a minor issue.
Oh. It's not minor at all.
Out of curiosity, did Corporeal find Felix at the hospital?
No.
Okay, Corporeal's returning.
Considering Xandora wanted to tell everybody something. Oh, sorry, folks. It's been a long day. I'm gonna turn to Xandora. Before I do, I'm gonna say, should I leave the 1,000 and the rock gem with you so you can start working on it, and I will get the other 1,000 and the 3 gemstones to you the second I have them in my possession.
Oh, we trust you, darling. Don't worry about it too much. Yeah, we'll take that right off your hands.
So I give them the 1,000 and the cracked rock gem.
As you are holding out the cracked rock gem, they both have to get gloves on before touching this gem.
Interesting. Casey, your character might be sterile.
Or I am not magically attuned to magic easily, and they are, and they're worried about.
Yes, they're affected by magic more easily than Casey because Casey doesn't know bull.
Sorry, I was
That-
thinking radioactive when you said that.
Nope. Nope. It's not radioactive.
Which is a lovely song, by the way.
Wonderful song, especially when you pair it up with other things.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, back at the plot.
Yes, back to the plot.
You know, okay. This is just my meme-ish head speaking, but every time you say back to the plot, I see my Little Pony character turn their head to you guys and go, "My what?"
Oh God.
Because I know what a plot is referring to on a horse.
Oh no.
I think someone is getting ticked.
Keyboard warrior.
I will friggin' mute my keyboard if that's bothering you so much.
I'm joking.
Elysium, are you looking at your screen right now?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's a purple people eater. In fact, he's trying to eat a people right now.
Is that the plant life that you're calling it now?
Anyways, I know that Felix is MIA right now, Zandora, and I hope that Corporeal will be back shortly. But is it?
Corporeal pops her head through the wall.
Hi.
Hey, he wasn't at the hospital.
When we get a chance, Jess wanted us to head back for a possible meeting to discuss things, but I think we should hear what Corporeal has to say first.
I do believe she said that for tomorrow.
Oh, a meeting tomorrow. I forgot that changed. Yeah. So we'll have a meeting tomorrow with Jess about the whole Felix situation.
So what does Corporeal have to say?
Well, I went to the hospital and Felix isn't there, so... Zandora, I believe you had something you wanted to tell him before he wandered off? Maybe it would be useful for finding him.
It's not very useful for finding him. Maybe he's there, but there's an extra path that we missed back where the dead body was in our first journey. There was a trail I saw while I was meditating. I didn't quite go down it, but I wanted to see if anyone would help me journey down that path.
How much?
Oh my God, a God asking for your help.
Wait, what? Who?
Yes.
I'm
Someone please repeat what they have said?
With the way he's been acting weird, it's quite possible he's going back to the woods. Let's go check that place out.
Meow.
I'm glad I wasn't the only one that heard that cat.
Nope, you're going crazy, man.
Are you sure that was a cat and not a dog?
It's a dog. I'll be right back.
Oh, that was perfect.
A dog with a personality crisis. Oh. Goodness.
Okay.
I do know that we had someone that had to go ahead and call it here in a little bit.
Yep, responsibilities of being a farmhand. Or ranch hand. They
Hey.
beckoned.
Everybody could use a little handyman every once in a while.
Normally the person that does it is off on vacation, so I'm taking care of the horses.
Ah.
In other words, Toast is horsing around right now.
Oh,
Or-
God. Bye.
Hopefully, he doesn't end up two horse afterwards.
I'm going to punch the both of you. I'm punching the both of you.
As long as it's not a Charlie horse.
Okay, now I'm going to cause you to have a Charlie horse. In both of your legs.
Is it the Charlie horse that's related to Candy Mountain?
I will punch you! Liver!
It's Candy Mountain, Charlie!
Oh,
Oh my
my liver!
Shun the non-believer! Shun!
Okay. Enough! Oh my goodness! I love y'all! I want to punch y'all. Anyhow. So, is everyone done shopping, or does anyone need any more shoppies? Is that good?
What were the items again?
What? He's asking current shop inventory. Oh, did I ever pay for those books?
Emmie,
Hmm?
this could be a time, the thing I DM'd you about. I could...
Yes, this could be a time for the thing that you DM'd me about, yes.
Whichever one, I don't care. Do you know of any legendary swords I can obtain?
Oh, swords.
It's okay, Emmie.
There isn't really any sword per se. We can make you one if you want. And the other sister turns to they turn to each other, and they kind of whisper to each other like, "Are you sure about this? Is he ready for this?"
Melt, stop it!
Oh my god!
What?
I need to see this. Oh god, yes.
Is he ready for this?
Is he ready for this humongous sword? Scales higher than an anime chick.
I mean,
Hey, I had a lot of swords to pick from. Okay.
I don't care.
I think this.
Zandora,
Yes.
I need you to roll your.
Me weird.
Maybe this one would be more as Andor's speed. Oh, I
There you
misclicked.
go.
There we go. Here we go. That's actually something I'd probably see more likely for Zandora to be wielding.
We do have
Oh yeah.
an old sword and shield.
Melt.
What?
Nothing like that foam sword and shield that a KC is showing on his phone
Oh,
currently.
I can just picture Casey, like pointing to it while like snickering with corporeal. Just like,
It does have a few uses left in it.
anything will do.
Okay. And it's not like that foam sword that Casey's also showing.
That's not a foam
Either.
sword. That's a tuning fork.
I do not care, Casey. Please stop.
I actually like that one though. That's out of character, by the way.
That, you know, the skull motif and how fancy it looks. Yeah, that would fit in with Sandora.
Especially with the feathers coming off of it.
Are you implying that he has feathers on him?
No, but just, angelic feathers on a sword for a demigod. I mean, seems fitting.
Are you implying that he's a demigod now? Because he's not.
For whatever he is, fallen deity. You know what? Fine. Fine. You know, you want to be like that, maybe this sword will be more his speed.
I already have a few pictures. Actually, that might help represent
Oh, okay.
Zandora a bit more.
What is that? What is that?
It came up under swords.
I will put them inside the Dark Shadows chat that we have privately. So there's the first one.
Okay.
Copy.
It's the size of a tree.
And then there's the second one. And then here's the last one.
That last one I don't want because I know where it's from. Soul Calibur.
Okay.
Ooh.
Do you
So, there we
want
go.
to do this thingy thing where those two swords are one, but swap damage? And the charges are, if I swap it to light, it takes away a charge. And if I swap it to dark, it takes away a charge.
Oh, so you mean the first one?
Well, both of those combined. You
Oh,
said it
I
has
see
two
what you're
charges
saying.
left.
Yes, I understand what you are saying, and I understand what I am saying. I am asking Zandora if he wants the cool purple sword or if he wants the cool yellow sword.
The yellow one is probably more of his fitting.
Okay.
Why? What is the purpose of that?
Don't worry, guys. This will end soon. Please just stay on topic. Please, just for me. Okay? Please.
And is it funny that my cat did that to me last night?
Please. Can you stay on
I'm
topic
stopping.
soon?
I'm stopping. I'm stopping. Okay, I will not throw up another image unless requested by the keeper for the rest of the session. I'm done. Done.
Thank you. Okay. So, yes, we can take the same effects as the first sword and put it on this sword here. So, Casey, would you like to pull up the sword on your phone?
That sword there, the yellow
Yes.
one.
Yes.
Okay. I knew he wanted something with wings.
Can you shut up and just bring it up?
This wonderful sword, Mr. Zandora, Lord of Death and Destruction.
Ooh.
It's life and death.
Life and death, death and destruction, either way, you're lord of it.
Death and
I
rebirth?
do apologize. I do apologize, but, this sword has 3 current hit points left on it. And by 3 hit points, I mean it has a durability of 3, which means I will, at some point of time, roll a dice and say, hey, it lost 1 durability, and then roll another one, and then, hey, it lost another,
Is there
and that sort of stuff.
is there a possibility that he can increase those charges?
There is a possibility, but,
Alright, that's good enough for me.
cool.
I'll
So,
let you
sword,
ponder on how to get the charges up.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't require forging in the heart of a dying star.
So, Zandora, how much are you willing to pay for this sword?
All
We've
of
never really discussed it, what?
all of his money is what he said.
Oh, okay. We'll take it.
Going to assume Zandora doesn't quite understand the concept of currency being a god and all.
No. He understands it enough that if someone else buys a
Zandora?
similar item but gets a cheaper price, that he has the right to be pissed about it.
Zandora, you, I believe, had 2,500 on you?
I have no clue.
I'm assuming yes, so do not mind that too much. Other than that, I'm going to say, yeah, all of that is now gone. You have 0 in your bank now.
Okay.
Either way, 0 in your bank. Now you have to rely on everyone else to buy things for you until you get paid again. I know. And does he not like the ring? Does he want to give the ring to someone else?
He really doesn't even use the ring.
Yes, that's why I'm asking. Does he want to trade with someone?
If anyone wants the ring,
He sees
he's willing
Corporeal
to just
eyeing
give
it.
it to someone.
What? Corporeal?
He sees Corporeal eyeing the ring.
Would you like this ring?
How much is it?
You're a teammate of mine, so it's free. I'm giving it to you.
Why, thank you. Oh, by the way, here's your cookie. She takes the ring.
Takes the ring in exchange for a chocolate chip homemade cookie that tastes really amazing.
He just takes and puts in his little pocket dimension.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take
Will it
Here, I'll
cool in there,
send
or
you the
will it stay
description.
warm forever?
of the wooden ring, Toast.
Those
Awesome.
keep warm forever, yes.
So you can put it in your other ear.
And just one last thing.
Thank you.
We were going to talk about those 2 books that they were going to give me for learning magic. Keeping in mind that I only
She just
have...
gave them to you for free.
Really? Okay. What do you want me to put them down on?
She said that she said that you were gonna borrow them.
Oh, what should I put them down for on my character sheet? Training books?
Training books, yes. Magic training books.
Magic...
With magic.
Magic training books.
To help you with the magics and the whatnots and the I'm sick.
Borrowed.
I am so glad you guys cannot see my face.
Yeah, I'm the only one that has cam on for this, which is
I
okay.
do apologize.
Magic training for knuckleheads. Just kidding.
Yeah, both books have a distinctive yellow and black cover.
So you want to learn more than pulling a rabbit out of your hat?
You want to learn about elemental skills and whatnot? Ha! Here's the book for you.
Ice is cold, fire is hot. You've learned.
There you go. Magic for dummies. Just think of the thing that you want it to be, and it will be. Okay, there we go. Yeah. So, is that it for everyone? That's
think
my
so.
only question.
Corporeal has to roll weird.
Corporeal
Did
put
Corporeal put the ring on?
Corporeal put the ring on.
Okay, roll your weird.
This is the whole reason why.
And you just gained
Put it on.
experience.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, okay, okay. First of all, mark your experience. Second of all, Corporeal.
Yes.
You instantly get +2 to cool until 2 rolls. So until after you roll cool twice, you will get +2 to cool. And
You are feeling empowered.
I need you to roll 2d6 for a sec.
Oh, okay.
Come on, you guys. Have you guys played Fate before?
No,
The computer game Fate.
I've never played Fate before. Okay.
There's this one narrator guy that every time you like cast a spell or something, it's like you are feeling empowered.
Oh. Well then.
I like that. Okay. Later on, at some random time, Taporia will act like she is hopelessly drunk.
Oh no.
Oh.
And that's why you don't want to put that ring on and get a failure. Yes.
Do I get to choose this time, or does the keeper get to choose this
I
time?
get to choose when you get hopelessly drunk.
So you gain 2 bonus to your next 2 rolls of cool, but you're going to be drunk and stupid at a random future moment when it's probably going to be inconvenient.
Oh.
So I'm very interested to find out what a drunk ghost looks like. Maybe you'll forget to go and take the ring off that makes you physical and try to phase through a wall.
Yeah, hopefully I will, but given how many times I take it off during our... Interesting.
I love this book. Ah.
Okay. Considering that we got about 15 minutes left, anything else that need to be covered?
Okay, so after everyone is done shopping and whatnot, everyone goes home to their respectful beds and houses and whatnot, or safe house even. I do not really care, right? Felix,
Yes.
What's going on?
you're at home, sleeping on the couch, correct? Or are you sleeping in your bed?
On the couch.
Okay. Are you getting the most restful sleep you have ever had in your entire life?
It's basically almost a coma, basically.
Okay, cool. I would like for you to roll your premonition. I know we do that at the start of the thing, but for this special occasion, it's going to be the now. And let me see what that roll was. That was 5. Oof. Okay. Felix. Let's see. On a miss, you get a vision of something bad to happen, and the keeper holds 3. To be spent one-on-one as penalties to your rolls you make. Okay.
I get the feeling you keep a little tally sheet with all of our the things aimed at us.
Yeah, pretty much. So, your vision as you are sleeping is a very blurry one. It's almost like you took off glasses, or you put on someone else's glasses, and you're looking through their lenses. What you see is a blurry white, almost blinding white room. You hear a man's voice from above saying, "That's it! You leave me no choice." And 2 figures in front of you pop up from below. One of the figures you recognize full and well to be Jax Rogers, chained up in silver chains, with hair a little bit further than what a beard should be, even for a teenaged boy. Who is, by the way, 17.
No one in this world
And-
what they say they are. I swear.
What? What, Casey?
Nothing. It's out of character.
No, tell me.
No,
What?
no. I was thinking out of character. Is no one in this world what they say they are?
Well, Jax didn't really ever say anything to begin with. And plus, KC, he's on the baseball team.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, then you drift off into a further deeper sleep.
He also notices while he's sleeping that a screaming seems to have stopped that always permeates his any kind of sleep he attempts.
In the meanwhile, I'm going to take control now and respectfully ask for everyone to mute their mics for this. Okay. So we
We
see.
still have. Looks like we still have a melt and a toast.
And mute. And mute. And mute. Can everyone hear me? Yes, everyone can. Okay, cool. Okay, so for the audience view, what you all see is Spooky McSpookenstein, the black cat that Felix has, now climb out of the window and just prance out of the window into the city. We see him go behind a tree, and once he steps out, he seems to be, well, mimicking Felix's appearance in all shape and size, except for the fact that he has dark black hair, cat-like eyes, and cat-like fangs and, well, claws. Spooky McSpookenstein is now what he really is, which is a shadow in the night. And as the camera pans back over to Felix, we see that his hair has gone from jet black to brown. Okay. Unmute. 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 There we go.
Interesting.
And that's all for today. I hope you love it. What's everyone's, thoughts so far?
Apparently, Roger wants Sonus there.
Yeah, we had Roger West asking for Sonus. I think Roger West had joined the channel during one of Sonus's live streams and misses him. I do have time that I open up for people to stream to the channel. But again, keep in mind that the people that stream to the channel besides myself do it entirely voluntarily, and because the channel makes so little money, I don't have the means to pay them. The second Sonus is got the free time and wants to stream to the channel, I would love for him to go ahead and do one. But I'm trying to regularly keep Wednesdays open for guest streamers to come stream to the channel again. So it is just comes down to if Sonus has a Wednesday free and wants to stream to the channel or not. Of course, he does have his own channel, Sonus Gaming, and he's also got a new channel. I think is Derpalicious Studios. Is that the right one, Elysium, that they can find?
Yes.
So I mean, you can look up Derpalicious Studios on YouTube. I don't have a link for it yet. I'll talk to Sonus about getting that. That should be another place that you can see Sonus as well. I'll get some links and I will try to DM you directly, Roger, so you have other places where you can see him as well. When I can go ahead and get a hold of those links.
Yeah, so that's it. I hope everyone's ready for the mission next time.
There's a lot of loose ends unraveling all over the place.
We have quite a few different angles we can go down. It's going to be so much fun.
Oh,
This is the realism of it all.
We're in the thick of things, and there's many mysteries to be figured.
let's just hope we go down the right angles. Because otherwise we'd be obtuse.
Obtuse rubber goose.
As long as we don't go too
I
lost,
think
you know what I mean?
Toast is probably got that right away. That was a geometry joke there.
Okay.
It's okay. My jokes
So
often hit the
if
mark.
everyone's-
I mean, miss the mark.
If everyone's cool, that'll be it.
Like a cucumber. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. This has once again been Dark Shadows, our semi-periodic gaming live stream that we try to go ahead and do Saturday afternoons. If you like this content, you know where the subscribe button is. You know how to ding a notification bell. If this is not your thing, then you know you can always let us know through likes or dislikes. We hopefully will have this coming up again soon. I will announce it in the stream schedule on the Discord the next time we have another session. So if you need to join the Discord, as always, type in !Discord in the live chat, and Nightbot should generate a fresh link for you. For now, though, we're going to go ahead and tune out. Thank you so much for watching. Stay frosty, and we'll see you again next time.